Hello, everyone, and welcome to Afternoon Tea with Joleen and BusyBlu. BusyBlu, how you doing?
I'm doing amazing. You saw me scarfing down a salad when we first started, so I put it away so that they don't hear the crunch. Is this an ASMR edition?
It is. Can you do a little ASMR? I'm trying to fix my busted lip here.
I'm not good at it.
That sounded pretty good, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I just have to check my... Oh, my God, Joleen, get right with yourself.
We're doing a beauty channel / ASMR. We're doing new things. This is discovery. We're in the discovery phase.
I put my lipstick on like last minute, and I didn't line it, so it's like bleeding all over. So apologies for my my busted lips here. But hello, everyone. Welcome to those joining us live in the chat. And as you filter in, we are going to be talking all about the latest updates. Every time me and Busy think we're done with this topic, they keep pulling us back in. So if you guys have followed our afternoon tea before, we break down, most recently we've been breaking down the Sharrell's World versus John Yates, and now John Yates basically versus the world. If you're not familiar with that, we'll get you caught up as best we can, but we got 2 previous videos that you can check out. What we do basically, it comes from our very biased opinions of this crazy YouTube drama situation. Everything we say with a loving heart, it's all alleged. Things that we see, a lot of our opinion. So yeah, it's not like I'm Diane Sawyering this. Do you know what I mean? It's
amen. We're not Diane. We're not Julie Chen. Oh, Julie Chen. Well, you know what? We may be the new Julie Chen. Because these exit interviews, she's been giving a biased opinion. We're the new Julie Chen.
Yes, we're the OG Julie Chen, because now there's Julie Chen Moonves and we don't know her.
Oh yeah, true. Thank you for that. See, this is why we have to do this together.
Yes. So we just, as comedians, we like to just have a little bit of fun and talk about the ridiculousness of this, because 2020 is hard and rough and everybody needs a little bit of entertainment. And you guys have reached out to us and told us that you very much like this, us breaking this down. So we're going to continue to do it. And yeah, I know more about this now than I should or ever wanted to. How about you, Busy?
I think that I don't know enough. I think that there's some... as much as they're exposing about each other, and they're exposing a lot about each other, I still feels like there's still more. There's still a lot. And before me and Joleen got on here, because I was thinking, hey, you guys, sorry for my my throat. Am I giving
sexy
Tony Braxton?
Yes, I'll be the Tamar to your Tony.
Anita Baker with all my am I giving Anita Baker? But I was saying that we're not even now. The cast has changed. We're like on season 3 now of the John Yates show. At first it was just like John Yates and Sharrell, and then we did a little bit of John Yates and Jen, and now it's just like John Yates and the Avengers. Like it's always it's because that's what Joleen texted me, and I was like, girl, I stand. I was like, who are these people? Because you sent me something, I was like, oh my God, there's a whole cast now.
There's a cast.
And it just keeps changing. This is the television we need.
I'm telling you, John Yates is giving us this entertainment in 2020. So all fans are welcome. John Yates fans, Sharrell's World fans, wherever you guys are coming from, you're all welcome. Thank you. Yeah. Before we get started, make sure you smash that like, you guys. It helps us so much in the YouTube algorithms. Super Chat's a great way to support the channel. We'll highlight your comments, but we'll highlight a lot of comments regardless. So yeah, just hit the like our girl Ina is saying. And subscribe, and subscribe to Busy, because Busy, you're well over 3K subs now.
I know. I want to do a video. I was reading through some of my comments today, but yesterday someone was like, "Oh my God, you're over 3K! Congratulations!" And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Wookie Woo. Thank you, Sherry. Yes, mention it all, Bethany Frankel style. So we're gonna spread them legs and share everything that we know with you guys today. Okay, so let's see. Where should we start? Here's the thing.
Girl, I have no idea. I'm gonna follow your lead today, because the girls say I interrupt you too much. I just get excited, and I don't apologize.
We both interrupt. I mean, I podcast with my mom. I interrupt her. She interrupts me. It's just kind of when you have that friendship relationship, you know, when you have that established,
We see each other.
We see each other. So no worries. No worries at all. Okay, so here's the deal. It started off John Yates versus Sharrell. Now, we didn't know anything about John Yates previously. You guys informed me about this guy. I checked him out and I was like, oh, okay, you know, no big deal. And then the Sharrell thing, we did know about Sharrell or of her. And then they started, you know, feuding. They were working together. And then they, you know, he outed her marriage and he thought she was taking advantage of him for contacts because he thinks she puts out fake tea into the world and just wants those clicks, making that YouTube money. And her and Perry are living La Vida Renta Loca in Las Vegas. That's what John is just like. They are
behind the gates.
Behind
That's
the gates.
She said.
Fake French doors, John Yates said. And I was like, what the hell is a fake French door? I'll take a fake, a regular. I'll take any French doors at this point. Do you know what I'm saying?
What is that?
Tony
what
Girl,
does that look like?
Tony Girl, thank you for the first super chat of the day. Love, love, love you both. I'm already laughing.
Oh, that's my old girl, Melanie Amaro.
Yes, you commented.
Yes.
So it went from that and those two feuding and making videos about each other, and then Sharrell's husband Perry making videos about John. And Sharrell and Perry have laid off of it. I haven't really seen them post a lot about it. And Busy's very happy about that. But John has not taken his foot off of Sharrell's neck, as Busy would say. He is still, as of his most recent live, coming for Sharrell, coming for her, calling her a bitch, talking about her hair, how she has no edges, her Party City wigs, which I thought, Party City wigs, that's what me and Busy say on our Potomac reviews. I have Party City wigs, and I talk about it all the time. Did that get you going, Busy?
You know what? You have to give, even when people drag me, it's like, you know what? That was such a good, one. And I don't have a problem with the wigs. Because let's be clear, she has toned down from when she first started, she was coming on looking like she was in full drag. So now she's just giving us her beauty. Like, and I stand for it. I don't think those wigs are Party City. Cheap, maybe. But I don't think Party City at all. But the read was still really good. I like to give credit where credit is good. That was a good read.
Like we said, I mean, we don't have friends in either camp. We're just commenting on it all from spectators going, holy shit, these people are putting this online. Do you realize things online last forever? This is
Amen.
Nuts. I know I share too much online, but this is next level. So he was coming for Sharrell's hair a lot. There's been problematic comments in the past by Cody and stuff about Black women's hair, telling Brittany she has nappy hair, things like that, things we definitely don't condone. And like, seriously, Cody, be quiet about any woman's hair. Just knock it off. So then they were also recently busy coming for Sharrell's weight, saying that she's gained weight in quarantine. Let me just, as a fellow woman. Who hasn't? And you know what? Men, and okay, that's a generalization, but women, especially women over 40, and I'm just guessing, I don't know Sharrell's age, I don't out a lady's age, but I'm 40, and it gets harder and harder to lose the weight as you get older. And you know what? We've all gained weight. And I don't know, I feel like talking about that is so, what's the point? Why don't you
his husband sits on screen like a tub of lard, but you're going to come over here and talk about somebody's weight? Girl, but you better sweep your own parts before you come over here and try to see what my no. And I don't even want to go that low. But now we're heading into a different area now, girl.
Nobody
wait.
Exactly. And nobody in this, including, look
at this huge bowl of salad. Okay. I don't know what excess is because there's an amount I should be eating. And this is the bowl number 2. Like, we've all gained weight. Girl, go away from me with this. And how do you know what a Party City wig is? It looks like that hotel's right next to it.
Because he's got one. And he put it on while he was talking about Sharrell, and he was doing some impressions. So John Yates got jokes. He got jokes. Thank you, Robyn J, for the super sticker. We appreciate you. Now, let's just be honest. And I'll keep Busy out of this because I do think Busy would be considered model-like. But everyone else in this situation, nobody's a model, including myself. Like, we're all just normal ass looking people. So for them to even be judging based on looks, either camp, I mean, knock it off. We all talk about reality TV because we're not pretty enough to be cast on reality TV. Like, let's just be a little self-aware here, okay? Let's be a little self-aware.
And I need him to be self-aware, like of his surroundings, of what he looks like, of what his husband looks like. Girl, like, it's just, there's some things you just stay out of because it's like, you know what, you say, you know what, I can't talk because, okay, look at my, okay, I can't talk because there is an actor, and I don't know him. He always played a B character or C character, but it was in the early 90s when I was younger. And that his partner, Cody, looks like him. He's always sweaty, disheveled. But he has on a suit or something. I gotta remember the guy's name, but he's always sweaty. He's always disheveled. His hair looks just like that. And it's just, I wish I could remember the guy's name.
I can't even think of it's not a B act. Well, it'd be a B actor. I don't know.
Yeah, like a B or a C character. He's always played. He's never been the star. Okay, why would he?
But it looks like the Codester.
Look exactly like him. And if it was him, I would not be surprised.
Well, maybe, and that's, that could explain a lot. Having a failed acting career, either they fall into cults, which
is it Columbo?
Columbo, the actor who played.
What did Columbo look like?
And now I'm gonna have to Google it. But I loved on this most recent live. So there's been 2 lives that we're going to discuss and maybe reference a couple other lives that have happened. So first and foremost, it's Jen from Home Depot is a new player in the game. Like Busy says, we got new characters. Jen from Home Depot took her fame from Sharrell's world, going, hello, I'm here. I'm here. He lived with me, my husband. I got nighttime lipstick on in the daytime, so she
oh my God,
and made her own.
Worse and worse. Oh my God, I liked her better when she was in the warehouse because now it's getting worse. And I hope you're going to be able to pull it up, Joleen, because this ghostly thing she was giving us now.
No, wait, is this who we're talking about with Columbo? I'm confused. This actor who played Columbo, Peter Falk?
No, it wasn't him. Never mind.
Okay, never mind. It wasn't Columbo, guys, but thanks
Never mind.
Thanks for helping us in the chat. Okay, so now Jen from Home Depot, she has this whole Instagram. We've talked about it before. Apparently, it is so here I have some tea on Jen's Instagram account. So previously, according to sources, a lot of you have reached out to me, given me information. I feel like I'm on some kind of, podcast that is, what was the one about the, it went really big, busy, and it wasn't like an NPR podcast, but it was that woman, and she was talking about the young man that went to jail for murdering his ex-girlfriend. It was years ago. It really blew up the podcast game. You guys
I don't know. I wish I knew because, I am obsessed with murders.
Yes, they did a HBO series about it too, and I felt very much like her because I'm getting all this information from people, and so I forgot what.
Now, girl, you are a star. Okay, we're gonna have to start calling you Gmail girl. Okay, because now you're getting it now. Serial.
Yes. Thank you, John Yates. Serial, the podcast. I felt like this woman because I was getting
all this
great information.
That's not John Yates.
No, I don't think so. I think people just think anything.
You're like, thank you, John Yates. And I was like, wait a second, hold up.
Yeah, I had
thank you for being here.
I had fake Derek Levasseur in my chat last night that said he was Derek.
Really?
Brother. Yeah, but I doubt it was. So, okay. So this justice for John Yates victims. Now, Jen has transitioned allegedly, from my sources, from head hag, which is what they called the John Yates crew supporters cult, to now seeking justice. So this Instagram account allegedly
there are levels to the membership of hag. There's hag levels.
Yes, there's.
Oh my God! If I'm gay, I'm a fag hag, and now there's head hags.
She's a head hag. That I named her that. I'm sorry, I just gave her that.
Oh, okay.
But I assume, she's a head hag. because she went and let him stay in the house. And so now I've gotten all this information from people, and I'm going to try my best to break it down as much as possible. But I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. So this account used to be when she was the head hag, before she was a victim, because now she's calling herself a victim. Leida from 90 Day Fiance, who I believe John calls Lydia at times because he hates her so much. And her husband, Eric, who John Yates and Cody say looks like he died 2 weeks ago and nobody told him. And then Tim, who apparently, according to John Yates, is not a professor, but he works at Northwestern University at some kind of, that's a prestigious university. But he is also Jen from Home Depot's husband, and he enjoys a Harley Davidson sleeveless shirt, which he had in their life. So they went live. But what I'm trying to get to,
disclaimer.
Justice for JY victims used to be what head hag had previously allegedly used to go after people and to protect John Yates, because I've seen now so many screenshots of this Jen on Twitter accounts she's had. She used to have like a Twitter account named like the Sister Chantal, because there's a family in 90 Day Fiance based on the Chantal, and now they have their own show. So she used to have this Twitter account where she would come for people who either unfollowed John Yates, who did any kind of
call before.
I think I have. Let me see if I have the screenshot here. But go ahead. I'll look for the screenshot and then you tell me your.
Oh my God. Yes. I apologize for calling Tim handsome. I got a better look. It was the spotty service. And I want to make it clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's a no for me. Like, it's a no for me. It's like when I saw the first photo and then I swiped, left, right. I don't know. I never use those apps. And then and now I'm finally seeing you in person.
That Harley outfit, it's a no.
Yeah, it's a no for me. And I apologize to him if you thought that you looked good after me saying that. And I apologize to those who are supporting us because we're better than that. And I can't believe we lowered our standards. Blame it on the alcohol if I was drunk. I don't drink, but if I did, I could have been.
Blame it on the salads. Well, her Twitter account is, or was, I don't know if it's still there, the Sister Chantal, and it's the Sister Chantal. And then the Instagram account, I'm kind of looking, I have so many. I mean, people have sent me a plethora. I mean, this chick, here's the thing. With my fully biased opinion, I'm having a really hard time taking this Home Depot Jen, her being a victim, seriously, because you led this cult. It's like, this shit reminds me of some Nexium shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm surprised these women haven't branded John Yates on them, some of them. And so it seems like she was just pumping out this destruction, and they were doxing people, and allegedly from these things that I've seen. And now she wants to play the victim. Like, did he get in you and brainwash you that much from staying at your house? It's really hard for me.
She's so hurt.
Oh, listen, it's hard for me to believe that after seeing what I've seen in all these screenshots that multiple people have sent me, that she now is this victim and wants to help people. You have to truly reform before you know what I mean? You have to repent.
That's true.
You gotta go to church. Yeah. You gotta do something. You can't just turn to Instagram and change the name of your account and all of a sudden now you're the victim. So I'm sorry, I'm just going through here on my.
Oh, that's how you change up your life. You change your Instagram name and you say, you know what? Just like Monique, now I want the ladies to come and see me as the new me. I'm different. I'm different.
I'm looking at the wrong street. Okay, so I think before it might have been something about the Sister Chantal as well. I have a picture before, a screenshot before and after that it was used, but multiple people have told me that she has had this account before, and it was for.
Yeah, that's a lot of followers.
This isn't a very impressive follower count. I mean, I'm not saying I got the killer followers, but this is, I don't know. So now she's joined forces with Leida from 90 Day. And then Jen's husband, Tim, I do, however, Busy, really think Tim might need the most help out of everybody, because after watching the live that Leida, so most recently, you guys, Leida, Jen from Home Depot, the victim, and her husband, Tim, and then whatever, Eric, I believe I said was Leida's husband name. They did a live, a 4-person live. They learned Zoom or StreamYard. They're learning technology, which good for them. And they struggled in the beginning because Jen's like, get down in your basement to Tim, kind of, because he had to be in a different.
It was right before, because it said Jen and Tom at first. I mean, Jen and Tim.
Yeah, they were struggling. People need mics. If you're going to really dive in, you got to invest like me and Busy do. You really have to. You can't just be half-assing it, you guys. If you got to get, protect the victims of John Yates, you really got to invest in some better equipment. So poor Tim's down there. He's by the fireplace. They made sure to point out they have a fireplace. And you can see Jen, and she's sitting in her living room's in the back. People were messaging me about her knickknacks and her styling. And then you had Eric, and Eric's in the basement, and he sounds about 1,000,000 miles away because he doesn't have a mic. And he's just like, yeah, I don't know what's happening, but apparently
Jen looks better with a mask on, because then we can see those non-existent lips. And in the warehouse, she looked like a ghost the entire time. The whole time watching her, I think she selected the blue wash over because she was just ghostly. She looked like the wife in the Addams Family. She was just pale. Just what is going on? And it was the whole entire time. It's just like, does she know she looks like this? Is this what she's going for? Like, this has to be a filter. She just looked just yeah, girl. Just
I feel personally attacked, Busy, because I too look like the undead.
No, you do not. No, you do not. We can see life. We can see color, enthusiasm. She was just dead. Like, she was just dead on my screen. It looked so horrible, and I kept thinking maybe she moved a little bit to maybe the camera needs
in ring lights. They need to invest in good lighting. If you are going to take on John Yates and you're going to take on all the hags now, you went from former hag to reformed hag, even though there was no, activity of being reformed other than being pissed off. You gotta take the time. You gotta invest. And Keisha, thank you so much. Talking about the lippy, feel free to support lipesteem.com. It is a small business, a wonderful business out of Minnesota, and I love them, and that's where I've been getting my lipsticks, and very reasonably priced. I don't make any money from them. I just love to support small businesses and women of color, so there you go. Lipesteem.
Support Lipesteem.
Yes, okay. So they have this live, and I think, did I send the live to you, Busy? Is that how we got started on this? Like, it popped up, or did you send it to me? Something. Maybe we were
you sent me the first. We were in mid conversation about something else. And then you sent me theirs, and then John's live came, which was truly the excitement of the night.
Yes. So okay. So let's just dive into Leida has a channel. And she's the one that has been putting up these lives. Now, Leida's someone, don't drag me, Leida, don't drag me. Because allegedly, she used to be the person that John Yates would go to get things taken down, because she taught herself, according to her husband, about copyright law. So she will come and drag you down. So don't touch us, Leida. Leave us alone. I don't know no copyright law.
No, we don't know you. And this is not about you, Leida. But if it was, I will say, take that hat off, get better service. But also this answer my question, because last time I was like, Leida kept randomly coming up, and I was like, who's Leida? You're like, I don't know who Leida. Like, the characters are coming out. I feel like every time I'm on John Yates' call, he starts to bring up another name. And I'm like, wait a second, who's this person? And now, boom, they come with a live.
Yes, exactly. So Leida and him apparently have had beef for a long time. They were friends. So it looks as though Jen and Leida were two of his hags, if you will. I understand Leida was on 90 Day Fiance, so he does have a lot of contacts and friends. He's friends with Larissa through 90 Day Fiance. I don't know everyone he's friends with. My goal is never to be friends with anyone from 90 Day Fiance. I think I'll be doing well in life if they're not my friends. No offense. But I don't really aspire to be reality stars friends. That's not my goal. I like BusyBlu. So they are now joining forces. Apparently Home Depot Jen and Leida used to hate each other because head hag came for Leida once John and Leida fell out. And now they're both like, no, we want to save future women who are going to get bamboozled by this man. Busy. I look at John Yates and he couldn't fool me a day in his life. I don't know if it's the stand-up comedian in me, if it's the street smart in me that my dad gave me, but I'm just like, something ain't right. And whatever.
Yeah, you don't have to be even brilliant. You could just be a little kid and say, no, thank you, sir. I don't want your candy. Like, it's that apparent, is that obvious that there's something that you should be like, you know what? We good. Like, nothing against you. Yep. But we good over here. And they're all, what's frustrating to me is all of them, it's almost like this victim complex where it's like, I know I'm about to get let down or thrown through the mud, but I'm gonna go through it so I can get the attention after this.
Yeah.
And I remember at one point in the call, she's like, you know, everyone was consoling me when it was happening to me. And I was like, I don't understand. And now I get it. And now we have to. Girl, no, it's a no for me. Everything about it is a no. And tell that girl to do another filter. Who's left of you? Is she alive? It's just everything about that boring video was so horrible. And who was the guy who had the bad service? But who was there? Was he Leida's husband?
Yeah, that's Leida's husband. So they were on 90 Day together, and his name, I believe, is Eric, right, guys? I didn't watch, like, I don't know a lot about Leida. There's certain seasons of 90 Day I know a lot about, and hers was not one of them. I do remember maybe being turned off by this Leida person watching her, but again, I don't know enough about her to truly speak on her. But according to John, when that all went down with him and Sharrell, when he looked at Cody and he was like swallowed twice, he's like, ask the question. And then Cody's like, Ken, are you guys like, are you married? John had sent Sharrell a text of something Leida had said, and allegedly it was Leida referring to somebody using the N-word. So I don't know who it was, but this is allegedly what John sent Sharrell. So that's the kind of people we're dealing with. Again, allegedly. This is what
Where
John
do they live? Why does she have those bunny ears?
I think they're in Wisconsin because they were talking about the gun laws in Wisconsin. So I assumed that he lived in Wisconsin because Eric was down there going, yup, you know, we got a right to carry. And I was just like, calm down, Eric. Eric needs to like go to bingo. He needs to hit up a VFW. I know it's a pandemic. Find some pull tabs. Okay. I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Minnesota. Calm it down. Get some hot dish in you, you know, but he was talking about gun laws and he's like, I don't want to have to hurt anybody. And I'm like, let's just not.
Don't we? Because weren't you the same hoe who was doing whole internet? No, that was Tim. We'll get to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, okay. Thank you guys. It was Auntie's advice. So I recently found out about this Auntie's advice because I didn't know about Auntie. So there is this lovely woman. I don't know anything about her, but I watched her videos, Busy, and she's beautiful. She's cute. I didn't know. I do some Auntie Joleen advice on my videos, but there's a woman who has a whole Auntie advice channel who I just discovered. I think she says she's 60, beautiful, as Busy would say, melanin, poppin', just a cutie patootie. I think she's done some things on Sharrell's show. I think she's come on previously, but I watched a video she did addressing the fact that Leida apparently using the N-word was toward Auntie. Allegedly.
Leida in those bunny ears. You're going to call, you know what? This is all alleged because I could drag you for the stuff that is, I know for a fact because I watched it. But the nerve of her, you could, oh, that was going to sound horrible. Never mind.
Yeah, so I watched a video about Auntie and I just thought she was so cute. So go sub to Auntie.
Yes, so I just did there. How about y'all show some decorum when y'all get on these videos? You know, because that's what, when me and Joleen dragging, because people actually say this stuff, you can, you know, just for a second be like, you know what? I shouldn't say that.
Yep.
But no, you're on here, your mouth is foaming, your eyes are wide, and you're spewing all of this hatred. And you're just gonna get it together. Not just John. Perry and Sharrell, I think they took our advice. I really think they took our advice. I think that hurt to heart. I think her coming over here, talking to us, I think their heart to heart helped. Okay. And you know, that's how you take the high road. Now, I don't know what road they're going to be going on. Okay. John and Cody. And I'm seeing some success with this road. So let them try without it. But everyone else, I don't know. I feel like the girl, Jen looked like she needs to be on there too. She went from hardware to homeware, and it all still looks bad. Tim, who didn't have enough time, now he has his own camera and setup. It's like, okay, either you want to be in it or you don't want to be in it. Leida, she's here, and then the other guy was so dark.
It was a hot mess of a live. Okay, so thank you. T Fanatic says John Yates doesn't have enough money to go to Wisconsin. I think they're gonna be okay. Yeah, I don't think they're heading to Scotty. I don't see John Yates. I feel as though this has been what it seems to me from what people have sent me. It seems as though these hags or these super fans, if you will, these huge stands have been doing a lot of dirty work on his behalf. And I don't know if he's asked for them to do it, but like I said, a lot of these women, and Jen from Home Depot appears to be one of them, were borderline, we're obsessed with John Yates. And so when John and Cody get on a live and talk about Jen taking Cody's wedding ring when Cody was just staying with her and John had left with Beth's daughter in his Mustang where he couldn't fit any of his stuff, that she put the wedding ring in her underwear drawer next to a picture of them. And John said that she allegedly probably takes these pictures of Cody's, I think it was the pictures, and rubs it on her lady area. More, like I said last live, there's more to this Jen situation.
She said that there are people who don't eat. Like, they give him money. They give John and Cody money that they could live off of. Like, there's one woman who, when John was living with her, is like, don't bring her up in the house. We would never talk negatively of her. That woman would go like without paying rent or eating and like providing. This is a person who does Instagram and YouTube. Okay, this is not Beyonce, Michael Jackson, Celine Dion. Okay, it is John Yates. Okay, in a place that will leave the lights on for you. And these people are going without meals.
It's sad. It is truly like there's a lot of parts of this story that are sad. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, so basically, it looks as though for many, many years, allegedly, this Jen from Home Depot was doing some dirty ass work in the name of John Yates. Anyone who would unfollow him, anyone who would talk shit about him, she would narc them out.
Her husband too.
Yep, this takes a lot of time. This takes too much time. You never, if I can give you some Auntie Jolene advice, never take up for people you don't know on that level. You take up for some, I don't even take up for most of my family anymore because you know what? Deal with your own shit. Pay your child support and leave me alone. I do not have time for this, Uncle Larry. So I am not. I know I can smell trash a mile away. I can smell BS. I got family members that are like this and they're leeches. And this Jen, now that she's jumped over to Captain Save-A-Ho, I'm not here for it. I don't believe it. I don't buy it for 1 second. I don't buy what she's selling. I know John has said allegedly she used to teach at a community college. Anyone with a history in psychotherapy or psychology would never go this route to try to take someone down like this. This seems like someone who is becoming a fame whore of sort.
Has she ever answered why she was in the warehouse?
Who knows? I
want that answer. Someone, and I know y'all watching. Because wait till we get to that John Yates video. I'm going to get into it. But I know y'all watching. Someone tell us why does Jen still work as a clinical psychologist? And why was she down to the wholesale building? Why was she there? She had a mask on. I want to say, and this is not, I don't want to say this is truth, but let's go with it. I want to say she also had on the work gear. Why was Jen down to the wholesale warehouse? She used to be a therapist. She used to be a professor. But now she's packing up boxes that you can get 20 packs for $6. Like, I know. Why was she there?
Gina says she was buying new locks for her doors.
Oh, those fake French ones.
The fake, yeah, because she's got fake French doors, maybe two. I know that when John and Cody were commenting on her appearance on Sharrell's show, they were saying they saw Sharrell, or she saw Sharrell was going live. She was in Home Depot and she was so desperate and thirsty for attention, according to them, that she called in from Home Depot and spent an hour walking around like this, which we did see her do. But even at home, I mean, this past live, I will give her credit. Her connection was a little better when she did the live with Leida. But
because Leida's connection was horrible. Okay, it was a mess.
I feel like, okay, so T Fanatic is saying there are hags who just spend all day searching Twitter and Reddit for mentions of John Yates' name and will harass any person. You guys, please, hags, listen to me. I want to send you love. Stop. Don't do that for anyone. If people were doing that in my
name, hold on,
I would be like, please stop.
Do it for me. Contact. It's hard out here to pin to make, okay? Hags, listen up. All hags, attention. There's a better way to live life.
It's the BusyBlu.
Come to the BusyBlu cult.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. You know what? You can, if you're bored, you can take up, well, quilting is kind of hard, but my husband once made me a hat. He knitted me an adorable hat. If my husband can do it, you can teach yourself. There are volunteer opportunities. There are lots of things going on in the world. Do not take up for a dude you don't know. Okay. You got to take care of your own house. You know, okay. I'm going to move on from that because that stuff, I sit here and I don't understand it. Like there is no dude I like enough. And I mean, I like my husband, but if he was doing some foul stuff like that, I wouldn't even take up for him in that way. You know, I'd be like, you might be on your own.
Get him, officer.
So yeah, I don't know. So they have their live and they're all together. Now, Busy, I would love to get your thoughts on Jen. Really, even though it wasn't on her channel and she's using Leida's platform, even though Leida's been on 90 Day Fiance, but she's only got like 4K subs, guys, maybe 5. That's a huge platform, TLC. And a lot of these people leave with millions of followers. So again, I don't know a lot about her story, but I'm guessing it has a lot to do with people just not really liking her because I haven't heard a lot of good things about her from fans. Now, Jen.
Just knowing her, it was so it was a lot of roundabout talking. I didn't like her. Now I will say this, and I got to give credit where credit is due. It was a lack thereof, but it was better than what I saw. Yahoo boy, good job. Okay, because you asked the questions and you let oh God, you let the girls answer. You sat there. This was a hodgepodge of a mess. And when she started to realize she can highlight questions, it got worse. It was just like, oh yes, 90 Day, yeah, but the last question. It was the last question for like 30 minutes. It was so horrible. It was so horrible. I don't know her, but I'm like, to her.
Mm-hmm. Jen was trying to take over, in my opinion. She was leaning in. She had her Harley Davidson. So her and Tim came to the table with matching Harley gear. They had just got off their bike in Indiana, even though allegedly Jen used to tell people allegedly that she lived in Chicago. And then people were like, no, that's Indiana, girl. So there's been a lot of misconceptions through the years, allegedly, that Jen from Home Depot was put out.
Wait a second. She used to tell people she lived in Illinois, like she lived in Chicago,
so Illinois. When John Yates first, allegedly, I got to put on a little gloss for this. We're getting serious. Okay.
Yeah. Girl, hold on, corners on my mouth.
Wipe them foamy corners, guys. Yeah. Don't let your mouth foam and don't fall asleep during a live and fart. We can talk about that in a minute too. Okay, so when he first was like, I'm gonna go to visit my head hag, being Jen from Home Depot, they posted pictures online. She was very proud. It looked like I saw the pictures. People screen grabbed and sent those to me, and it was in her living room. And some people were saying she lived in a trailer, and she's like, I don't live in a trailer. And he had said he was going to Chicago to visit Jen from Home Depot, and she had said her home was in Chicago. But then the interwebs and stuff found out it was actually a certain part of Indiana. Now I know that, you know, geographically, maybe it was close to Chicago, but Jen was talking like you could jump off her roof into Lake Michigan, and that is not truth. It doesn't appear to be that's the truth.
Wait a second.
So
Chicago's in Illinois, but she lives in Indiana.
But
It's,
Kim says he works in Chicago. So he would have those long, because Northwestern's in Chicago. So he would have those long commutes home when Jen would be calling like, I think, I'm in love with Cody. And also John Yates is with the 15-year-old and drunk with his Mustang, but I am not going to call the police. Or, not picking up her dog poop, which John and Cody in their live talked a lot about, that there are piles, allegedly, of dog crap in Jen's home. So when they were getting these renovations, this is all according to Lasagna Cody. So I don't know.
That dog is huge. I even texted you about it. I was like, why did I not realize that wolf was behind her?
Beautiful.
That thing was so huge. It was a person. See, I like miniature dogs, something a little small, a little cute. Okay?
I like a big dog. I like a big dog.
That's another human.
I love it. I want to raise it.
That's why there's so much poop.
Yeah, there's so much. And according to Lasagna Cody, that's my new name for him, because they were cooking lasagna in their last live. And he's always like, I'm so excited to eat buttered popcorn or eat lasagna. Cody has a very childlike spirit at times.
Yes, he does.
He does. So he gets very excited about snacks and food, but I do too. So I guess I can relate in that way. So I'm going to call him Lasagna Cody. He was saying that Jen is not, their claim is that Jen is on her phone all the time, to the detriment of her family and her life, and that she's just, hitting, I don't know what this just was. Clearly I'm super cool, which is, hitting the USB drives left and right. She's like, I want to get high. Like, I got 5 on it. Like, that's Jen 24/7. She's got 10, 5 on it. I don't know. She's hanging out with the loonies in Indiana.
Which is such a lie. She has an opioid addiction. We saw that. She already showed it to us. We're very clear on it. I don't know if she's smoking things, but she definitely let us know that she takes a lot of pills.
Allegedly. But yeah, that's what we saw.
This is not alleged. The lady showed us her medication. Now, I can't go through each one of it, but she showed us several different types of pills.
She did.
Okay?
But remember, she gets Xanax, but she don't take it. Now, I did have one sweet person message me that they liked our lives, and that because I said nobody gets Xanax and doesn't use it or sell it. I mean, it's America, God bless. But this person messaged me, and it was so funny. She's like, I actually got Xanax and didn't use it. So I guess making these generalizations, Joleen, naughty.
No, that was Jen. Hello. Clearly Jen alias. We all know we need to remember these people go under different names. That was a Jen alias.
That was a Jen alias. That was justice for John Yates victim. Okay, let me shout out a couple of these super chats. Jade is back, and Jade says, last time I chat, you thought I was 28. I'm 34, and that's my 8-year-old. Love your commentary. Okay, so I was off.
Oh, the 8-year-old looks like the leading character in Halloween 4 with the clown costume. The little girl.
She's so cute.
Remember, she wore the color. Yeah, she looks just like her. She looks like exactly like her. I stand. If they do a remake, she needs to be casted. And come on, 34. You don't look a day over 28. And happy birthday, Sierra. I think she turns 35 today.
Really? Sierra, this beat is
okay.
Hip,
okay.
Funky, fresh. Okay, sorry. Don't do that, Jillian. 1-2 step. Am I getting a song
yep.
right?
Yep.
All right, Jade, thank you. Paula, thank you for the $5. And Paula says, I believe there's a Chicago, Indiana. Listen,
is there?
You know what? I bet you Paula knows more than me. I went through the American public school system, and so geography, not good, not great.
You know what? I always hated that there are 3 Rochesters. So I thought it was only one Rochester, and then I learned that Christina Aguilera was from Rochester, and I got so excited. But she's not from Rochester.
There's a Rochester, Minnesota, too. There was a comedy club there called Goonies that I used to perform at. And so, yeah, but, you're from Rochester. You know who else is from Rochester that's very famous and wonderful? I believe she's from Rochester. I think Ani DeFranco's from Rochester, right?
I don't know. I only know that Tay Diggs is from there. He went to the school that I wanted to go to that does arts. And
no, it's not Rochester. She's from Buffalo. Sorry. I get all.
Oh, same thing. She's from there. Same thing. Tay Diggs and Tweet, the singer Tweet, and the guy who created The Lion King on Broadway.
Oh, wow. Well, Janelle from Big Brother is from Minnesota. Jessica Biel is from Minnesota. Prince is from Minnesota. Like Chris Rock used to say, you know, there's no black people in Minnesota. The only black people are Prince and Kirby Puckett. And that was pretty true. That joke used to make me laugh so hard. So, yeah. Okay, moving along. I got to get my Chris Rock fix in. Okay, so I don't.
Oh my God, who's Adam Katz? Does he know Rochester? Because he says House of Guitars. I definitely know what the House of Guitars are. I always thought it was so cool because they have all of these like vinyls.
Adam is a mod for Rob Has a Podcast.
Really?
And they don't shout me out. So sometimes I'm like in an internal struggle with Adam because I'll comment and I want them to be like, hi, Joleen, but I feel like they're told not to pay attention.
Girl, they delete my comments. Oh, we saw that. Okay, I screenshotted that.
We love Rob. We love them all. But I'm just saying, Adam, you could give a girl some love here and there, okay? Hello. But I appreciate your support. Thank you for your support. We see each other.
We see each other. Oh, BusyBlu hacks. You know what to do.
Busy. Sierra's birthday was the 25th.
Oh.
You're behind.
Okay.
That's okay.
Well,
That's okay. That's okay.
It's the 25th to me.
It's always the 25th to us. Okay. So Jen lives near Gary, Indiana, which is on the lake. Okay. Apparently there's lots of I don't know what kind of like industrial areas there are, but I saw pictures of it. So there was, let me just briefly go on a little tangent, if you will, Busy. I've been sent a lot of things by a lot of people. Now there have been a lot of theories through the years and conspiracy theories, and Jen was actually allegedly at the forefront of outing and claiming that a woman that used to be a part of the John Yates Twitter and kind of, you know, just their little community before he really blew up, that she had flown over his house, or I'm sorry, flown over Jen's house when John was there to stalk them like Brad and Angelina. And apparently John had went live to just be like, oh my God, they're driving over Jen's house to stalk me. And what really had happened, it was a long
not driving
or a flying or whatever. There was a long history. There was a long history between the two of them. And from the screenshots I saw, Jen made it a point to attack this woman, go after her, all because this woman decided that John Yates' community was becoming a little too toxic for her to support. And they did not like, there was a lot of people at the time, and this is, I think, maybe a couple of years ago, I don't know the exact timeline, but didn't really like how he was taking up for Larissa and different people in the 90-day community. And so they just kindly were like, hey, we're leaving. And maybe they put it on a group they were in or something like that. And then this woman went to look for that information and showed it to John and was like, look, these people are unfollowing you. So over them just unfollowing, Jen created this whole, allegedly, crazy narrative. And they got so mad at these people who unfollowed to the point where they accused this woman of flying, her and her husband flying over their home, over Jen's home, when really the woman did say she was being kind of petty because they had come at her a lot, and she was flying, and she happened to be going to a similar area as them, but she thought they lived in Chicago, so she was going over Indiana, where we found out later she lived. I know it's a lot of information.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Because we got to take it in. I know the viewers are like, wait a second, just like me, y'all got us. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the lady was flying over people's homes?
Remember the audio I sent you? I sent you a little snippet of audio from that lady. She has just such a lovely voice. I really enjoyed like listening to her audio. I was like, you're like NPR, like very calming. You know, she's like, I'm Michelle Norris. I loved it. It was so cute.
I'm Phoebe Judge. And this
Phoebe Judge.
Is Criminal.
This is So it was she who was a part of like the John Yates community for a while. And then she just left. And I guess anyone who would try to leave, allegedly, these hags would come at them, and Jen being the head hag, she made it a point, and I saw screenshots from her Twitter of her coming after her. And so this woman, her husband and her, he's a pilot, they were flying
these people have money. I'm broke. and he's living in a motel. And these people are using their privilege or wealth to fly over people's homes.
But the thing is, she didn't fly over the home. She put a petty post up like, "Oh, I'm on my way to Chicago too," or something like that. I forget exactly what she said, but it was just kind of like these people had been coming for her, and they were just both, kind of being a little petty, and she just was sick of it and had blocked them already. And then people took screenshots because there's Reddit groups. There's John Yates is everywhere. Apparently, there's some woman, Katie Not Holmes, who runs a John Yates fan club on Reddit, who John Yates can't stand. Yes. So there's all these groups. So anyways, this happened to her where she just made like a petty little comment, posted a picture, and I got all the screenshots of her out to eat with, she went to this area in Indiana because one of their friends graduated from, I think, pilot school or graduated from school or something. So they went to just fly. They have their own plane. They did it, whatever. God bless, Mazel. And so they went and did that. And then John, just from this petty comment, allegedly John and Home Depot Jen made a big deal and made it seem like this woman was literally flying her plane over their home, over Jen's house.
Drama. First of all, girl, I can tell you where you should fly a plane over, and I'm gonna tell you what you need to say. Okay, DM me. It's somewhere over in California.
Is it Burbank? Is it Burbank, my friend?
It may be. But I can tell you where you can fly a plane, girl.
Is it the Big Brother house?
Crazy. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Jade,
this is crazy.
For the super chat, John is on here. Add him. I don't think you guys, John is on here. The person's account who said they're John said they're just trolling.
If John was on here, I would lobby to add him solely because we added
Sharrell, to be fair.
Sharrell, to be fair.
Now,
how long we could keep him? Girl, no, that would be like 10 minutes. But I would only do it because we added Sharrell. And we are biased and non-biased. And I remember someone was saying that they say a lot in the comments, Busy clearly doesn't know what's going on. Hell no. No, I don't. I'm just commenting on what I'm learning from the videos I watch. And then Joleen, I'm with y'all, okay? I'm a real live spectator with y'all, okay? I hope I'm giving the faces that I'm supposed to give when Joleen is saying this, because the girls have planes, okay? Whole airplanes. And they are being accused of flying over John Yates' house. It's a lie. I mean, not even John Yates' house. Jed's house. And where does Jed live that, what in the cornfields is this, that she has a room enough to just planes are just flying all over the place?
No, this gets even juicier. So this woman who stopped following John, wanted out of it. She basically started watching 90 Day Fiance because she was going through a hard time. And it's kind of, for a lot of people, I feel like 90 Day Fiance, a lot of these shows are something we can watch to escape. You're going through like a medical thing, a surgery, you're trying to recover. It's something you can just jump onto and you don't have to invest a ton of your brain power on this show. It's silly and whatever. So then she got involved in just talking with the groups. And we can relate to that because we do talk about television shows. And it is fun to find your people and the people that like what you like and to comment and blah, blah, blah. And then I think it just got for the most sane individuals, eventually this kind of hag culture is going to appear very unhealthy. It's one thing to fan someone, but to go as far as trying to dox people and get mad at people and all this stuff, it's too far. You should never do that. So when this woman left, she fully admitted, full disclosure, that when she was flying in the plane, she did put a little petty post up, but they blew it up into something it wasn't, according to her. And then they actually tried to dox her. Now, however, they doxed the wrong person. And this gets sad because the woman was this other woman. And because this woman never really showed her due to her job and things like that. A lot of people don't give their real names. We've heard Sharrell didn't, you know what I mean? Obviously, me and BusyBlu.
Yeah, these are our names. Yeah. Thank God we're still forthcoming.
Yeah. Like, Busy's mom right out of the birth canal was like, you will be BusyBlu.
No, remember my aunt. Aunt named me. My mom thought she was having a girl, so then my aunt named me Busy. Yeah.
So the hag culture.
There's even a story behind it. Like these are our. Thank God we're forthcoming, so then no one would dox us because
my mom,
all of our stuff is here.
Yeah, and my mom heard the Dolly Parton Jolene song and was like, my daughter will grow up to be a redheaded whore. So I need to name her Joleen. And that's how I got my name. But so this woman was doxxed, even though she never gave her real name. I think she just had like a fake, like people do. And so they doxed someone they thought was her, but it wasn't her. And so I've been now shown the account of this woman, and they came for her busy. They came for this poor woman. And this woman was kind. She lived on a farm. She had a husband. Allegedly, she had lost some children. Maybe some, I don't know the specifics, but they came for her, and they were, she coming at her for every reason and personal attacks, and they just got the whole group of them to go after her. And this woman, even I saw a screenshot, she was like, it's not me, and invited them to her farm. Like, she was so sweet and innocent and not knowing how this hag culture works, apparently. I felt for this woman. And so I went and checked out her Instagram. It looks like she's doing okay. I don't want to dox her here because I don't want her to get any.
Right. Yeah. She's trying to get her life back together.
Yeah, but I did check her out. So it looks like she's doing well. But if you are one of these people that do that, that's a low down, dirty. That is.
Yes. And it's the wrong person. Have you no remorse? Okay. And you're still doing it to this day.
Yeah.
Y'all got it wrong the first time. Was that Yahoo boy, you think? You think he got the wrong information?
The thing Yahoo boy is allegedly he was giving John information about people for a period of time. And then it seems like all these people had relationships with John at one time and have fallen out. My thing is, I'm really big on patterns, Busy. And I don't know if you are too. But if you see a pattern, this is a pattern in John Yates' life that we've seen just getting acquainted with what's going on. So this is something I would be leery of. If it's one thing to feel protective of someone and be a fan, that's fine. But you have to recognize patterns, and it can't always be someone else's fault.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And then it's me watching you go through watching the shame happen from him and her. And I'm saying, well, I don't want to be a part of that. So I'm learning through watching you go through the fool me once and the fool me twice. It's someone always watching. See, I live life. I'm not one of those hoes who, you need to touch the fire to know it's hot. No, girl, somebody already said it. And you know what? I think they're a credible source. So I'm just going to stick with what they said. They said it was hot. It was hot. Okay. And if another people, you got to show me facts, data. You need to show me, charts. And that's all it takes for me to say, you know what? I believe you, girl. I believe you, girl. I don't need to experience it to know it's real. I'll never be a victim for John Yates. There's been enough of those for me to know there's something here. I don't know what it is for sure.
If people have all this drama surrounding them, run. That's my Auntie Jolene advice. You got to run. You can't take up for them and be like, but I'll be different. I'll save them. You cannot save it. Okay. For whatever reason, he has this drama around him, run away from it. You got to run from it, or, kind of make fun of it like this and just have a nice time. But you can't or
join. Maybe it's him. Maybe he's just like, like Sharrell when she did that first video after the live. Maybe it's just him picking the wrong people. Maybe he just doesn't know how to pick friends. Maybe he just has the wrong friends.
Maybe he has super bad luck. That could be. It could be. But the chances are there are direct actions in your life taking you down this road. And this is true for everyone in the game. Everyone involved in this saga. Disco Fiesta says, at Joleen Lunzer, the only thing I don't agree with now is doxing women. Just because they gave super chats to John, I don't think people should be bullied for giving super chats to someone unpopular. Did we dox someone?
Who did we dox?
I don't know. I don't understand that. So explain it to me, Disco. I'm not gonna. Did I dox someone that gave a super chat? All we've said previously is that we knew that Amber was giving super chats, but I mean, Amber is.
Was that Amber? That you know what? That comment did look suspicious.
You better tell Sharrell. You better write it down in the notebook.
Screenshot that. It looked suspicious. It may be Amber.
Yeah, doxing on all sides is out of control. I totally agree, Tenny.
Yeah.
Just any kind of doxing. Okay, so that'll get us into kind of our next segment. Okay, not me. I was like, let me know if I'm like doxing somebody because I'm trying my best here not to. We just want to.
I love this, Abby. I love it so much. Okay, talk about partying hard. I want to be right there.
Sorry, I went down that little side tangent, and I could have went into a lot more specifics, but just to give you, to that people have been reaching out to me who have been doxxed, or Jen went after them. So it's really hard for me to have this empathy for Home Depot Jen when I know now from multiple people screenshots her history of attacking people for John Yates. Whether, I don't know if he asked her to do it or not, but the fact that she did it makes it really hard. Other women coming for other women in the name of a dude you barely know, and she would be like, he's my friend, I know him because he stayed at your house for free. Girl, that is not a friend. Did he come when you had a flat tire? Did he do anything for you? Was he there when you and your husband Tim got in a fight because you won't get off your phone? Like, before this, that's not a friendship. You know what I mean? You have to be there for each other. It's very strange. I've said this many times. When you don't know someone, I've seen this happen in the reality TV world, where they'll be like, this is my best friend, and they've known each other less than a year. You cannot be best friends in less than a year. You just can't. You don't know enough about each other. You just can't do that. But I get it's the 90s.
We're in the discovery phase of our friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're just in discovery.
We're in discover. We're Karen Hugering it, like Busy says.
Yeah, we're discovering our friendship.
Back to this Leida live. Again, I don't know much about Leida other than what John says. So, it's all very biased. And Jen was taking over the chat and the live, and I should say the live, not the chat. And Tim, listen, they had the matching Harley outfits on. And I feel like when Tim doesn't give the right answer, Jen's like, come on, no, he did this or this. And Tim's like, well, I don't know, Jen. And I don't know why that's my Tim voice. Sorry, Jen.
Sounds like him.
She's very pushy on him. Oh, hi, Tay the Bay. Look at that.
Saying hi to you.
Oh my God, she's so cute. So I feel for Tim. I do feel for him. I do think he should have never gotten involved in this, but I think
it's long past that. You remember he was the one who created the website that they were getting advertisements for, and he said, "You know what? I against my better judgment, I said I'll do it." So he was providing the information, and I was going to put the website together. As you guys will see, there's advertisements there, and people, he provided me with the content, and after work, I went on there and I put that stuff in there. I sure did. And, and I said, you give me the stuff and you keep it up. But, when he gets on that stuff and he gets off, it's hard to keep the advertisements on. People backed out, then I had to, put some advertisements on. So, I did that stuff after work. I sure did. Girl, you were disappointed in it.
Your Tim voice is so great. It's like when Dave Chappelle would impersonate a white dude. That's like the white dude voice.
That's what I was like, you know what, Tim? You can go for me.
Tim's doing a lot. He's doing a lot for his Karen. So, yeah, I feel for Tim. I do, but it's like you got to wake up and smell the deception, Tim. If your wife went to school and taught people about psychology and psychotherapy and she's doing psycho shit, it might be time to go. I'm gonna have to take a break. I have to stay in Chicago for a couple nights. So I'm not talking about breaking up a marriage. I'm just saying, don't get involved, Tim. Sounds like you got a good job. You don't want to lose those benefits in this economy. All right. So Tim,
why was she in the warehouse? It's really gonna bother me. It's gonna bother because I don't think she was shopping, and I know it's because it seemed like there were. Okay, Joleen, there were beeps. There were things saying, hold on, vehicle backing up. There were beeps. Now, I don't go to a lot of all sale places. I ain't never been there where the trucks was there. Why was she in the warehouse? And I'm not gonna be able to let that go for her having this clinical psychiatrist background, but she looked like she was on the job. She looked like she was on the job.
And if she was Home Depot, you better have a little check mark next to her name. She needs to be doing her job and not calling.
Please, they provide funding for Trump, or at least the CEO does. It seems like she probably got a raise after this. Everything she's doing, she's getting high marks. And this is why you support Black-run businesses and take yourself to Lowe's. Yeah, service is not as great all the time, but you know what? They're not giving money to people that shouldn't probably be getting money.
I love it.
That was my PSA. Sorry.
I love it. So during this live, I just couldn't help but just be like, wow, Jen, can we let Tim finish the sentence? Can we let, Tim doesn't have to agree. Like there was one point where Tim was talking about something like he was like, well, John did give me $60. He put $60 in my account. And Jen's like, that was for da, 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 da. That woman, listen, Jen, you got to calm yourself here. This is your husband. And I'm not one of those ladies that's like, you can't talk back to your husband. But I'm just saying the lack of respect immediately you went to, that's his experience. He's like, I got 60 or $50 in my PayPal and expect. She's like, he owed you that. He owed you 600. The level that this woman wants to go to take down John Yates is sick. It is sick.
I did think that it was. Now I see why Sharrell was leading so hard. She's like, look, I got to bring you to where you need. You remember that time he did not do that thing for you and he's such an A.O. Talk about it, Tim. That's what she should have done, like Sharrell. But Tim was given leeway, okay? Even when he was wrong in his actions, he's like, yeah, I mean, I did set up the website. And girl, you participated just like everybody else. You're a fag hag. You are a hag's husband. And you are right with this. It was just, first of all, and I hate to do this. The video with all four of y'all, because they said, oh, the gang is back. Please don't come back. It was the most boring video I ever watched. My whole entire life. Boring. It was so boring. It was slow. I didn't know what Leida was saying half the time. Her connection was poor and spotty. Tim looked interested and enthused. Jen looked like a ghost, and then the other guy, it was so boring. I had to stay because it was like, okay, what do they have to say? And I do want to say that I feel like there were some truths that were told. The way that girl was acting, there was some truths that were told. I don't know how many, but there were some truths that were told. Outside of that, I was like, we're still here. I was looking for Cody to say, no, I didn't. You never said. I was just like, give us something. Give us something, girl. Oh, my God. Oh, the gang's all back. We're just missing Yahoo Boy. No, no.
Yahoo Boy was like, I'm going to sit this one out. Even Yahoo Boy to sleep, who's already asleep during his lives. Like, God love him, but I'm just like, hello, you are live, sir. Can we get some energy? A Red Bull, something. Someone pump this dude's heart. What is give him? He needs the defibrillator.
I spit out my water. I'm so sorry.
No, I love it. Anytime I can get but I'm just like clear. I want to go clear on Yahoo Boy. Just like, come on, buddy. You there. The pulse. I get it. He's a detective or whatever. And he's a cop. He's got cop face. But I know you're alive. I'm worried about you, Yahoo Boy. Okay. You're so lazy says she's not a reformed hag. She's a scorned hag. And
that's a Lifetime movie. Well, it's a tagline for a Lifetime movie. The Jen Yates story. The Jen story. What's her last name?
The Jen Yates story. I think she wants it to be. She does, because Cody's last name, according to when they went to the police, and we'll do a quick little detour there, because pretty much wrapping up this whole conversation between the four of them, like Busy said, it was boring. Allegedly, John Yates had joined and asked to join, and they wouldn't add him, and then he went on later in his live to talk about that, and we will talk about that situation. Leida actually took the video down, so it's currently.
Thank God.
Last I checked, it's not up. I think she took it down relatively soon. However, I've been like shit because I wanted to like rewatch and certain things I missed, and I'll be honest, you guys, I was really bored. So I had to watch it in parts, and I'm like, how am I going to watch the rest of it and be able to comment on it? But I had sent the link to Busy in text, so she didn't put it as totally restricted.
She on the
yes.
She made it on. Okay.
If you have the link, you can still watch it. So I went back, and then I took a real good nap during it, and then I finished it. So
we are just gonna send each other links now all the time.
Yeah, let's just send each other links. And so apparently, John is saying he tried to be added, and Leida was blocking people. Thank God, because the video that we got after. This is how you do one. It was gold. It was gold. Okay, so yeah, they went from, I'm trying to think of any more like small, remarkable things that we saw.
Hell no. Even
live-
us waiting till the
Oh.
end and her finally highlighting stuff. Can you answer about and did you say we got this comment about girl, please get off of my screen.
And Jen saying, I'm not talking to him. He was, okay, so Jen's theory, you guys, is he was in my face. Spittle. She's always talking about spittle. Bug eyes and spittle. Like, I want to, like, get.
Haven't I done enough?
Haven't
I done enough? And then he said to me, you've done nothing for me. Is he really saying that to me?
With his bug eyes and his spittle in my living room. He came at me. I am a victim. And it's like, that is a, wow. No, that's a
and
no.
The Razzie goes to girl.
That was some lifetime movie reject acting where I was like, Jen, calm it down. You know, as she's, trying to give a handy to Cody. That was inappropriate, Joleen. That was inappropriate. We don't have to go there, but I just did for a second because she bought him allegedly socks and stuff. It's very unhealthy relationship. So I'm
gonna turn on my light. Give me a second. But
so that wraps up. And then when Busy comes back, I do want to look at this little cutie on his. He's like, should I stand up? Should I not? All right, I'm going to get the light. We got to see Busy butt. And now he's back. Look how cute he looks. There we go. And we're back. Okay. We just talked about your rear end. We objectified you. And by we, I mean me. I go, we got Busy butt. Okay. So
my OnlyFans is going up soon.
We can't wait. I'm gonna Jen Yates you, just like Chell will be the Tim and I'll be like, Busy. I'm gonna buy you some socks and put your ring in my underwear drawer. Okay. Next to my granny panties. I'm gonna wrap your ring in my granny panties. I'm gonna rub a picture of you and Tay the Bay against my lady bits.
No, because then I would never be able to not be friends with you. You gotta be able to cut it off at some point. We're gonna buy planes. I really still can't believe that lady had a plane. I wonder if any of our followers have planes.
You know what? When I heard her voice, she sounded like someone who would have a plane. Do you know what I mean? You can tell there's a sense of, affluence that came off.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
A couple of planes here and there.
A couple of planes. Okay, Jen Basket. Yes. Okay, we do have to. The cast of characters: Jen, Sharrell, Perry, Cody, Leida, Monica, John. The cast of characters is deeper than Shakespeare. Jane, it is. Oh my gosh. We are bordering. Yeah, it's cuckoo. So before we go into the John Yates final live, because Jen and the crew said they're not giving up. We will fight until every victim comes forward, until we can help every woman we've put down through our hagisms. We want to come back. I used to hate Leida, she said. And Leida said, I used to hate her. And now we freaking love each other because we're victims. And
why is that happening to John said it, Sharrell said it. Every time someone was so against them, then they come back and say, you know what? I humbly, apologize. I hated you. Even Sharrell had one. Someone who was really against me. She came back. She was like, you know what? I did it. I'm so sorry. And she gave me all of this stuff. Why does every person come back and now they're like, this was my whole plan. And, I was trying to take you to, I'm so sorry. I wish I could get people to do that for me in my real life. Girl, you was a hoe. You was a hoe. Why is there so much sympathy for these people that they can get their enemies to come back and say, you know what, I did it. I apologize. I was wrong. And let's team up together. I haven't had one person ever do that for me. Have you in real life?
No, I don't think so.
But they just got people who were trying to take them down on the internet. Well, one day at a time. And now they're coming back to them. Where are my people? Come back. Christopher Poles, if you're watching this.
You got a direct shout out, Busy.
Come back.
Christopher. So going back into this, before we get into the Yates, and since we, just summing up these women will not stop. I could see Leida stopping before Jen. I'll be honest. Leida could move on to the next topic, but I think this is going to be Jen's life's work. Will be getting back her. She's like, you know what? I was head hag, and I will get that spot back, or everyone will perish. You know what I'm saying? It's a little.
She'll be on Oprah. Iyanla's gonna fix her life. I can see this becoming her thing. And good for her, I guess. I mean, I'm uninterested in her. I really am. She needs a new computer, a cellular device service carrier and provider. She needs to clean up that poop.
Allegedly.
Your dog though. I stand. The husky was so beautiful. He was just huge.
Of dogs.
Oh, does she have several?
And apparently she also has 5 cats, allegedly, according to Cody. So when they brought their cat, she was blaming the animal excrement, feces, poo-poo, doo-doo, brown, on the cat. And they're like, how could our cat make these giant turds? And then we saw her dog, and as Busy's saying, those kind of dogs make giant turds. And Cody said that the dogs, it's her dogs because she lets them through the basement to go outside. And that's the door.
They don't make it to the basement sometimes.
They don't make it out the door because she's too busy on her phone fighting for justice. She is an avenger. She will save all of you women who she allegedly hurt in the beginning. She will fight and she will fight and she will fight until all the pot is smoked. She will fight. Let me tell you, I've never seen someone so motivated on marijuana.
And she is. The girl is. Do you remember at the time? Well, see, and this is what I say: if there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, she was talking about something, and she was like, "I'm not sure where I was going with that." Actually, it'll come back to me. I'm getting old. Sorry. And I was thinking, what the just happened? Like, what? And she was in the middle. She was like, "Yeah," and he did this, and I'm not sure where I was going with that. It's gonna come back to me. I'll figure it out. And I was like, what are we watching right now? So I don't know what she is on, but it's not ginkgo biloba. It was like it went away.
Sometimes she is hitting the USB drive a little too hard. Julie B, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Joleen and BusyBlu. I'm loving these afternoon tea lives. Lots of
Hey, Julie B, love you too, girl.
Our Indiana girl, Julie B. Tell us what's going on. Don't go to Jen's house. Stay far away. Actually,
Stay far away. And I love the arch in your eyebrows, girl. You were giving me everything in those in your Abby.
Julie B is a cutie. Okay, so after this little live, we're going to do, so then we have the John Yates response live, which was a lot more entertaining. I mean, the guy, he knows how to keep an audience, okay? I've watched a few with him now, and it's like, whoa, take note.
I'm captivated.
He's captivated. But first, as Julie Chen would say, there was a little live I wanted to, or there's 2 lives in particular. Now, some of you have sent me, we've talked about the falling asleep on live and him being live. And there's been a couple occasions through the years that I've seen now that these Reddit groups have, and people send me the screen grabs. And I was thinking about sharing it. And then I thought, no, because I don't want anyone to, say copyright, bloopity blah.
We're not like them. We rise above.
But I have never laughed as hard. Well, this week, I guess. I haven't laughed as hard as I did when it was described to me in audio of John Yates falling asleep and then waking himself on live and waking himself up with a fart and then saying, "Where am I?" and farting again.
Where am I? Did it wake him up? Like, that's what I need more information about. Did
there was
fart wake him?
Fart, and then there was like one of them big ones that it was like raw broccoli. I think, I don't know, something, it does a body good. And you guys know we're not going to fart shame because gas, you are technically, I think,
let it out.
The average human, you have to fart like 17 to 23 times a day to be healthy. So let her rip. But he was very sleepy. So I saw, this might have been, I don't know how long ago, but there was a more recent one. So I saw the more recent one and this one, but where he was just kind of, falling asleep. And he's sitting in the hotel, Holiday Inn, $1,000, sometimes $2,000 a month. We also saw they have a kitchen. They make lasagna there. Him and Cody both each have a twin bed. Things are going okay. It might be a full size. It looked a little twin in this video because everyone was like, well, this is a later video that a different video where he showed Cody sleeping. And this is John. This was a really disturbing one where John was actually, so after the farting, more recently, a week ago, there was a live that was sent to me. And there's a 3-part. I think 90 Day Fanatics has it in all 3 parts up on Instagram. John holding a knife, laying in the twin bed, and saying he doesn't want to live anymore because, as we'll get to in John Yates's live, he feels responsible now that his friends are being doxxed by allegedly Jen and crew. And so they're calling out his friend. I think he might have another friend named Jen. It's a lot of names, but there's another girl, Jessica something, I don't know. And her Korean War veteran dad, and people are losing their jobs, and they're calling people from 7th grade. And so Cody's sleeping. Everyone's like, "Where's Cody, John? Where's Cody?" And he's like, "He's next to me." And he's got a knife. And he says, "I've done this before." And he shows his wrist. I mean, it's very disturbing stuff, you guys. Very disturbing stuff. Yeah. And that he's done, and he's been taking sleeping pills nonstop. But then a week later, he kind of changed his tune in this most recent live, where now he's more like, "Come at me." You know, he's kind of like Jennifer Love Hewitt in I Know What You Did Last Summer, like, "Come and get me." You know, just tits out to the world, just like, "Get it." But in all seriousness, suicide is no joke. And if you are struggling and you need help, please, like, get the help. Call. There are hotlines.
Call them now. I've struggled with and mental imbalance. Like, I've gone through things where it's like, you know what, girl, I'm not doing this anymore. I promise you all, the grass is greener on the other side, and the other side is just the next day. Like, just, you can do it, girl. Sometimes you just need a nap. Sometimes you really just need a nap. Just, you got this. You can make it through it, even when it doesn't feel like you can.
It gets better.
I promise. Just the greener grass is just tomorrow. And sometimes you really just need a nap. Sometimes you really just need a nap. Yes. John, call them now. If you can hear my voice, which I'm sure you can, girl. Now, we don't have the number. We don't do that over here. We don't have the justice for or therapist for victims. So y'all gonna have to Google that part, but I'm sure you can do it.
But according to a lot of people who have followed and been part of this drama, they've said that this isn't the first time that he has kind of had a public cry for, his mental health and things like that. The only thing I never want to be out here questioning people's, you just never know. And how people handle things are very different. But I just hope that it isn't anything where it's kind of taking advantage of people's empathy and then asking them for money and things like that, or using this as something like, I don't know.
Condition too, though. What is the condition? It's gonna come back to me, but there's a condition that feeds off of that.
Well, a narcissist would feed off of that. Not saying he is. I don't know anything.
He doesn't think they're high. You have to. It's I'll think of it.
Yeah, because
this live was really good.
There are people with very serious mental conditions and things where so to take this lightly or to be very I don't even know the right word I'm looking for, but to just be like, yes, and I will kill myself, and I will. It's you're not doing a service to mental illness, which is already hugely stigmatized. And like Jen's saying here, a bipolar is one of the most stigmatized mental health conditions.
Jen,
borderline.
You look Jen's makeup.
I know, it's perfect.
Did you do that yourself?
Of course,
Jen. Sorry, and y'all know I love to do this. I'm sorry, but the eyebrow arch, the color, and then she's giving us this Egyptian style. There's cat eyes. Like, I stand everything, girl. I know you feel low like John sometimes, but girl, I'm telling you, go to Sephora today and get a job, because
we love Jen.
Amazing.
She is such a supportive person on this channel. So we love Jen Craig, but I totally get it. I was actually misdiagnosed bipolar for almost 8 years.
I remember.
Stand up, because a lot of people are misdiagnosed bipolar too. Either if you have ADHD or you have depression and things like that, because bipolar 2 has become kind of it's not there's bipolar 1 and bipolar 2, and bipolar 2 was explained to me a long time ago as like a mood disorder, and it's on the more mild side on the bipolar scale. But a lot of people have been diagnosed and put on these bipolar meds when they're not in fact bipolar. So when I saw a doctor like for one time and he was like, here's what it is. And then for years I took these meds and I thought, and I never had any kind of manic episodes or things like that. And finally went to a really reputable, not a Jen from Indiana, psychologist. And he was like, you're not bipolar. You've never had a manic episode. There's all these things that didn't add up. So once they put me on like depression medication, I was like, oh my God, yeah, this is actually like working for me, you know. And a lot of women are misdiagnosed bipolar 2 when actually they have ADHD, because there's a lot of women when they're young aren't diagnosed because the diagnosis goes to little boys. Very interesting. Mental health in general is just, it's hugely, and it's so stigmatized. And so I am so serious about being like, if there's one thing I want to be an advocate for, mental health is one of them, and not, you know, make people feel bad, because everyone's got something. If you're out there going, I'm fine, there are people in your life that have already diagnosed you. Like, you got something.
Amen. And we talk about ourselves all the time because we're the worst.
Yeah. And
we
you know
are
what?
the worst.
If you say I gravitate more toward people who are very aware of their mental health and things like that, and advocate for therapy and bloobity blah. And I'll get off my soapbox now. So when I see, it's hard for me not to have empathy for John when I see this kind of thing, but the show that he's creating with this, it's hard for me, you know, because I'm like, okay, I mean, this is really, you have to get help. You have to get offline.
Definitely.
And he said, I took a break for a couple days. No, there has to be a longer period. If this is truly toxic, anyone around him who loves him and cares about him, you need to step it up and not, you know, go on his lives and build him up. You need to help him get away from this online thing to truly help himself mentally. And yeah, I
do that. I'm here for you, John. Yes. Yeah. The whole time I see exactly what's going on. No, and those people don't even want to show their face. Oh, those people are crazy. Oh, why couldn't they show their face? John, they're not real.
I know. Okay. So, as we're going on, people, I love reading you guys' comments. People with ADHD are the only ones that can keep up with watching John. I think that's why I can keep up, because I have ADHD.
Yeah,
so
I think that's why. Yeah, I think that's why.
But yeah, totally. Okay. So back to the story. So he did have this whole, like, it's a 3-part, again, 90 Day Fanatics on Instagram have all 3 parts. He's holding a knife. Cody's sleeping. I don't know how Cody is staying asleep in this, but he says he's very depressed, only to a week later go on live, like, come get me, Jennifer Love Hewitt style. And then the farting thing. So the farting, the old school one, then there was a more new school farting situation. And I'm not above laughing at a fart joke or seeing someone just rip ass live and then going, where am I? It was quite an experience for me to have. It's always my fear that someone will hear me fart on a live, because don't think me and Busy aren't tooting occasionally if we're live along.
There was one that came out and I was like, I know the microphone picked that up. I know the microphone picked that up, but it didn't. Praise God. All promises and praises due to Allah, God, whomever you believe in. Okay, he pulled that part from the live.
I'm pretty sure I have tooted online before and someone heard me.
Probably. Oh, I know for a fact, and no one has heard mine. So, and I've let it out, not on this live yet, but I also suffer from Crohn's. So we're not sure if it's going to be, a fart or, if we're going to be going.
I know that about you, BusyBlu.
Yeah, my family, we go through. Most of us have just a really bad intestinal, so digestive system. So it's on the spectrum, and you just don't know which one you fit into. So,
wow. Yeah, I had to get a colonoscopy at 30 because they were like, "You have something. There must be something going on." And I was like, "Well, my mom just said I had a sensitive stomach." And I remember the colonoscopy doctor, the endo, whatever they're called, he was like, "Your mom, Nana." And then come to find out, they did a colonoscopy on me, and they were like, "You might have a sensitive stomach, maybe a little IBS or something." And I was like, "So Nana was right." But they did find. Gross, and feel free to tune out if you want. My husband, he's a comedian, so we both thought this was hilarious, but they do pictures of your, inside your colon, and they found way up there a hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
And so my husband he photoshopped himself on my hemorrhoid. Like, hi. Uh,
That's cute.
so
Now
I'm
he's
not
always inside you.
exactly. We're very codependent, very unhealthy, very unhealthy. But let me tell you, the colonoscopy, this was before I became a sober person. The Twilight drug they give you, oh God, I should have known I was an alcoholic, because once they gave it to me, I was like, hit me again. And he was like, no, normally people are fine with 1 hit. It took 2 hits, and then it was the best high. I woke up thanking the nurses for going up my ass. I was like, thank you. That was the best experience I've ever had. That was so good.
Well, you know what it's like to be gay in bottoms. You know, going all the time. We're like, you know what? Go ahead. Oh, you need a colonoscopy today? Thank God. I was gonna get to my boy after this, but you can start.
Just get the Twilight drug. Otherwise, I'm like, no. Yes,
You know what to give me.
I added probiotics to my diet, and a lot of things changed for me. But okay,
Yogurts are just nasty.
But you can just take a
tried and you know what? And this is all mental. It's all mental. But the way that probiotics are described to you, this is like, oh, you're eating all these bacteria, and they're gonna go in, they're gonna be so active, and it's just like this thing, all those things are in there. It's like the magic school bus. Like, I'm just very nervous now. Like, okay, I can't do it. It's about to be a war inside of me.
Yeah, you got those active bacterias and things. You need good bacteria, blah, blah, blah. We are getting off topic, but we were talking about John Yates farting. So let's get into the John Yates live he did after the Avengers, the John Yates victims, said their piece that they will never give up. John Yates went live, and I want Busy to start with wherever he wants to start in this live, because
it was so entertaining, you guys. And so Joleen sent it to me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm catching. Like, I'm actually here in person watching a live. Like, I'm here for it. But then I realized that he was talking about me. I don't know about you, Joleen, but I felt personally attacked.
Tell me how.
Because he's like, you know, and now there's people out here making money off of me. First of all, we ain't making no money. YouTube is not serving the girls. Okay.
And they take, not when you have the number of followers or subscribers that me and Busy have. When you get to Sharrell's World style, then that's when you're making the bank.
We're not making rent off of this, girl. If I can't pay at least my cell phone bill off of your video, we're not making money off of you. Mm-hmm. And he's like, all of these people are sending me. I'm staying up all types of night, and I'm seeing these people do videos about me. These people do videos about me. Say it to my face, you know. And some of these people are random. They don't know me. I don't know them. I haven't heard of them before. And now they're doing videos. And that's what I was texting you the whole time.
Oh, Joleen, you thought you were talking about us?
It was very surface. And when I hit dog will holler, and I was ready to holler. Okay. And I was like, Joleen, I'm 2 seconds from going live. Oh, you have so much to say. You're doing all these videos. You know, and these people are random. Never heard of them. No following. No one knows them. Yet, here's another video of me. Here's another video of me. They're doing another video of me. And I was like, my favorite person. Jolie, describe the video while I find who he was. Because there was a star of the night. There was a star of the night, and I wish I knew who the names was.
Lavon, right? It's Lavon.
I think it's Lavon. Lavon saved the night. Lavon didn't even come on screen. Lavon showed up.
Lavon is someone who has done a video about John Yates. I don't remember how he knew him. I think it got into my little algorithm because we're covering this stuff. I think it's Lavon, you guys. Let us know if it's different. I'm gonna look it up. Keep talking, Busy. Sorry.
It was Lavon. And what I love about Lavon, and I would say in this household, I know the girls are tired of me here. But when I come into the room, I'm just gonna stay in there. What's going on? Girl, you asked for me, so I had to appear. No one called for you. You said anybody who dislikes or has a problem with and wanted to say something, call in. And here I am. And I stand. Lavon, y'all have to watch the video because Lavon gave him everything he was asking for. He was call in. You got so much to say. People have so much to say about me. And now it's your chance. Call in now. Oh, the girls are quiet. Oh, you want to call in? So LeVon said, hey. Oh, you're not showing yourself on the screen. I'm here. I don't even know you. Who is this? What's going on? Who is that over there? He's not even showing his face.
Lasagna Cody was yelling.
Y'all asked for me, so now I'm here. No one asked for you. We don't even know who you are.
Oh my gosh.
You said anybody who has a problem or has something to say about you, call in. And here I am. I never heard of you before. Girl, yes you have. Yes you have. And here I am. And here I am. And I'm here.
The problem was, okay, so here's the deal. So John, like Busy saying, LeVon was the star. He was the star. He asked, ask and you shall receive, and you receive LeVon. And then there's like, what are you doing here? It's like, I get you didn't say have LeVon call, but you said have the haters call or the people making videos. And here I am, rocking like a hurricane. He was there. So the problem was, LeVon had a little bit of interaction. There is a Heather. So you guys, Heather, we got to get to Heather. It's a new player in the game. Heather apparently has some kind of Instagram, a 90-day thing, a blogger thing. I don't know. She lives in Arizona.
She's a new cast member. We didn't even get her background. She's very new to the cast.
She's very new. Apparently her and John had some beef, but they've come together since all of this went down, and they've come back together because he went to her when him and Cody were on the outs or something, allegedly. So, and then he didn't like the way she handled something. They had beef. Now they're back together. Well, Jen has made it her mission because she's fighting for you victims, John Yates victims, hashtag justice for John Yates victims. I can't even barely say it. That's too long of a hashtag. So now, head hag, Jen is like, oh no, Heather's back in the game. I'm going to come for her. So allegedly, Jen has taken from doing all John Yates dirty work and going head hag to going scorned hag, and is now coming at John's number one allies, which would be Heather at this point. Now, this is where it gets messy because Heather is alleging they're coming for her 13-year-old daughter, which you psycho, if that is the case, and somebody drew dicks on someone's kid. What is this world we are living in? This is what's being alleged.
Children.
This is what's being alleged.
We don't have children.
This is horrible. So this live got so messy where apparently people are sending this Heather things, and Heather showed up again. It's another situation where you got people, so Heather's been doxxed. Other people John knows have been doxxed allegedly. And Heather, anyone associated with John, he's saying, is being doxxed. And even if you were in the Korean War, you're not safe. No one's safe.
There's
no one is safe.
Family. There's people who are on medication. They're on medication. They don't deserve stuff like this. His father died. Okay.
Yeah.
No, the stories he was telling, and I was like,
it was wow. Heather, yes, and Heather's audio. Okay, you're going on. I get you're not a blog or you're not a YouTuber and things, but honey, we got to get you in front. It was just like moving.
You're crackling. Is that me? They said that something was crackling. Should I get out?
I can't see you. They're like, Heather, your hand's in front of the thing. I can't see you. I can't see. And then it was, here's the deal. If you're not camera ready, just turn it off at this point. I know me and Busy have previously said we don't like when people don't have a visual, when you just have your little Avi up or whatever. But if you're not camera ready and all you're going to do is play around with your hair, and listen, I know what it's like. Okay. But if you're not ready, I can't have you just pulling a la Jen with a G at your little baby fine hairs trying to get some volume. It's not happening.
Just this. Yeah, girl. Uh-huh. Oh no, it's way too much going on. I can't believe it. He's not going to take us down.
Oh my God. So then she was in her car. She would go from her car to the house. And then she started telling us about her husband's stupid football team. Like we give a shit about the Arizona Cardinals. Okay, Heather, I get that whatever you're trying to do. God bless. I hope no one doxes you. I don't want that to happen to anybody. But she's like, hey guys, my husband's going to be so happy because the Cardinals won. And I was like, I didn't tune in.
I did not even understand. Oh, hey, Cody. My husband's going to.
John
Cody
had to
was
tell
about
her.
Fid.
No, Cody. He did his fake laugh. Honey, you got it.
Yeah, go guys. Yeah, you're so
I hate
crazy.
you. I hate you. I hate you. Like that's like the like, oh my god, I hate this chair. I can't get comfy in it, John. I can't get comfy. It was Zynga. So Heather is just John had to be like, Heather, we can hear the TV. She's like, sorry, my husband's in the back.
That's my husband. I'm gonna go outside.
Like my husband watched football too, but you won't catch me dead talking about it. I don't care. She's like, his team won, so he's gonna be nice this week. I'm like, Heather. You better tell him to just
so many noises throughout the whole, like, whether we could see her or not changed. But then she has so many noises. And you know what? Levon, nice, nasty. Heather, I'm sorry, no one's talking to you. Sorry, girl. I'm not speaking with you. Sorry, we're not talking to you. He saved the day, and there's still 2 more hours after him.
And then they hung up on Levon. It's like, no, you told people to call in if they were haters. Heather, no one is talking to you. You are not a credible witness in this because you cannot show up correct. You need to show up correct. You need to get your audio down. I don't agree with anyone doxing your kid, and I hope the best for you. But listen, Heather, you cannot be having your husband's football game in the back. The kids run. You're walking to the house. You're going, what are you doing? You want to watch Clifford? No, we're not here for Clifford, Heather. We're here to solve the damn case, okay? And Levon is here to speak his truth. And then they're like, don't treat our guests like that, Heather. Well, technically, Levon's your guest because you invited him on. You dropped your StreamYard. You're like, come get me, Jennifer Love Hewitt. And now we're hating on Levon. And he's like, Heather, just like Busy said, I'm not talking to you, Heather. I'm not talking to you. He was making fantastic points. He was not talking to Heather.
He was such a good, oh my God. What I said, and I could not stop texting Joleen. I can't remember what time it was. It had to be like, well, over here, it was like at least 1 o'clock in the morning over here. Mm-hmm. And I'm like texting Joleen the whole entire time. We talk about off-color stuff, so I can't show you our text. But I was like, girl, oh my God, he saved the day. And I'm one of those people who, I don't know if you ever have this happen in your comments, but I have followers who they watch the video and they comment as they watch. So there's like several comments for them. That's how I text. I text, oh my God, do you like? And everything is like it's like an individual thing because I want you to get from me what I'm feeling. And I'm like, this guy, Levon saving the day. Oh my God, are you watching? I'm gonna call in. Like it's just I was at 100 watching this. And I felt so upset. I've never seen this show go so low and depressing. Once they kicked him off, it was so sad. And I was like, oh, well, that's depressing. Like, this was, you said call in. Girl, here we are. You rubbed the genie. Okay, you rubbed the lamp. Now I'm here. Okay. And now you want me to go? Like, it was so upsetting. I stayed up and missed sex for this. The most you could have done is left Levon on.
Busy had to turn down Tay the Bay. He turned down.
I did. My partner was like, okay, you ready? Like, and I was like, please.
Levon just got kicked off, and I don't know what's going to happen next. Okay. Well, what happened next was very, like Carrie's saying, Heather Enderton. So now Jen has been coming for her, allegedly. And Jen says her real name is Fawn. And Heather says, my real name is I don't know a Fawn. I don't know a Fawn. I don't know a foe, doe, a deer, a reindeer. I don't know anybody named Fawn. Here's my name. Here's my ID. So she's like, here's my driver's license. Arizona. I lived in Arizona for many a year, for 6 years. And let me just
everywhere over there, but you lived everywhere.
I've only lived in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Arizona, and California, so not too many places.
Oh, sorry. I've lived in New York and DC.
Just a couple. Arizona, you can get an ID and it expires. You get it when I got it in my 20s and it expired when I was 60-something, when I was going to turn 60-something.
Why is it so long?
I don't know. It was awesome because you didn't have to go to the DMV very often, but it also was like, wow, there might be, some issues if you don't have to physically go in. But she was like, actually, it's not a driver's license. It's an ID. There was a lot of, pretext. And we're like, oh, okay. And then she's like, not because I got a DUI or I don't know. I think too much. So she shows
her own grave. But it's not because I was an alcoholic and I got into a car crash. It had nothing to do with anything like that. I just got an ID.
Yeah. And so she shows her ID. And then later, in what becomes the most ironic, situation of all, John, who's talking about everyone doxing the people who he loves the most, including Heather, doxes Heather's daughter's phone number on a live. So I believe that Heather's daughter,
see that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but John gets a text of things that were being sent allegedly to this 13-year-old.
Yes.
John says, I just got a number, 602, blah, 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 text from this. Well, 602 I know is Arizona because there's 480, 602, a couple other ones. And so he says it. And then all of a sudden Jen's daughter comes out, or not Jen's, I'm sorry. Heather's daughter comes out. Heather's in the car, you know, she's like, she looks bored. She's just like,
I'm here, yeah. That was when it was dark. It was like, Heather, no, yeah, we see you, yeah. It was too much. Dark.
So she was, it was so dark. Her daughter comes and says she's getting calls. The minute John docks that Arizona number was the minute minutes later, the daughter comes out and says, I'm getting all these texts and calls and things. And so I'm thinking, and so then John, you can see it start clicking in his head like, did I just dox? He goes, is anyone on the call? And at this point, there's a Christy there too. We'll get to Christy. CH. Christy with the CH is there. And we'll get to her. She's tough. TUFF. She's like, I'm ready. So Heather's like, what? Talking to her daughter. And Christy's like, not my number. And we're like, we know, Christy, because we don't even know who you really are. And then Heather even says, not my number. But I'm thinking, I think it's your daughter's number. I think he just doxed your kid's number, and he didn't realize. He thought it was Jen because they keep doing that thing you were talking about last video, Busy, where they're like, oh, I'm getting a call, and it says like no
caller ID.
No caller ID. And I'm getting a call, see, hello, and then they answer it.
No, answer it. Tell her. No, answer it. You need to this time. No, tell her to call in. Tell her to call in.
So I really think that
it was his daughter.
That was the daughter's number. So don't call that number. And so I'm just like, you guys are so messy. You got to prepare. Do a little bit of talk to each other before this. Tell Heather, you got to get to a spot with some lighting. Tell your husband to turn off the damn game because there is no Arizona card. I lived in Arizona for 6 years. They did go to the Super Bowl while I lived there. So props to them. But there was
because of you though. You don't live there anymore.
There is no Arizona Cardinals game that is more interesting than this drama. None with no fans because of COVID. No, thank you, sir. So tell her to, do what she's got to do. Throw on a little bit of gloss.
Sorry, I'll go outside.
Heather, God love you. Nothing against Heather, but it was a lot with the, just the sounds.
And she came on. Are you crackling, girl? And John, no, I think that's like not even questioning.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing what? No, I think that's
Even John was annoyed, like, oh, Heather, can we get this shit together? Okay. I am in front of my fancy motel wall with the picture. I got a new MacBook. John's taught himself to upload a picture like this. Let me show you what John's taught himself to do because we too are in StreamYard. He's learning. This is what I like about the Yates story so far. It seems like he's still learning things. He's not letting his brain just completely just go, I don't know. He knows that you can learn stuff. So like he knows how to share a picture. Like here is a screen grab from his life. Okay. So you see that, Busy? So I always got to get a picture. So the other person there, that's Christy. Christy with the Christy Denver. That's not her real name.
Oh my God. I was in the bed during this time. So I did have to go to bed. Sorry, you guys. But when did Christy join?
Christy was on for way too long. Let me tell you. I don't remember the exact time Christy joined, but I feel like she never left. I feel like she's still haunting in my head. Listen, from the Avi, Christy looks very professional. She looks like she's got it together. You got it together, caboodles. She looks like she's got her shit on correctly. But hearing this live, I'm just like, Christy, I was logged off.
Wait.
Yeah. I went through this, Busy, so that you guys
What is this wig?
This is his Party City wig. He uses to do impressions of Ramona Singer from The Real Housewives of New York, but he used it this time to talk about Sharrell and her bad wigs and call her out for having no edges and call her out for her Party City wigs and call her out for gaining weight. And him and Cody need to chill with the See You Next Tuesdays they're throwing at the ladies here.
I have to rewatch this.
I do not like the idea that some toxic gay men think it's okay to just constantly throw out the see you next Tuesdays and the BITCHs at the ladies. It's not cool. It's not a good look. But they were doing a lot of see you next Tuesdays, and they have.
Right.
So the more people send me stuff, I'm like, it's too many see you next Tuesdays for these two. You need to knock it off with calling, the fat shaming, calling women out like that. It's unnecessary. So this is him.
I will say, and it's also all color, but I do love the word. I don't, it's just not in my vocabulary. I was so surprised when Kenya used it. It was like, wow, they're like, this is very different for the range. Okay. Because it's not a black word. And I know that like white women like really get, and I've always tried to understand. I have a lot of friends like, okay, no, this is how it is offensive. It was like, I wish I had that word in my arsenal, but like I would never think of it. I would never ever think of it.
I'm actually not super
word.
offended by the see you next Tuesdays, but I just feel like they just take it to a point where it's like, come now. I mean, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
I just need some variation in language and vocabulary.
Yeah,
that's what I need.
I love diction. I love vocabulary. I need to know that you're able to give us the word that we should have and could have used. I cannot stand when there's a word that I was like, I know this is better. There's a word out there better, but for a lack of a better term, I'll use this. Expand. I mean, but if you've allegedly been doing all types of things that he may or may not have been doing, whatever comes to mind at this point, say it.
Yeah.
And that wig.
I know. It's so
you guys see, we're getting microphones and cameras and studio equipment. Y'all giving him money. He's buying Party City wigs. And this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. You hags, any hag who can hear the sound of my voice right now. Super chat us, cash app us. I promise we won't come on it with any wigs. We did that already. Sorry, we did it already. You haven't seen Joleen and wig in a long time. We're done with that part.
Well, I might still wear a Party City wig, you guys. I wouldn't put it past me to wear a Party City wig. So
then never mind. I take all that back. I recant. Mind your business and don't talk to us.
Yes, Heather threw out a see you next Tuesday too. Yeah, I mean, it's just there was just so much. I'm like, really? Everyone's a see you next Tuesday. Who doesn't agree with you? Everybody. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's get into. So Heather's there. Her poor. Like seriously, if allegedly Jen is in fact behind, or any of them behind bullying people's children, like get your life right. Find yourself, call Ayanla. Like Busy was saying, do something. You got to do something better with your life. You cannot be a 50-year-old woman harassing kids. And it did look as though she has been being harassed, and her picture she posted of her child. So that's some low down dirty stuff.
How old are these people calling? Are you like, Grandma, is that you? Hello. Hey there, Cindy.
It's crazy.
You're too old to be doing this.
It's too much. It's don't get little kids involved. Both sides have gotten kids involved at this point, and it's just so gross. Okay, so moving on from that, Heather, we need you. I get that you're not on a lot of social media. She says she's given up on the blogger game or the Instagram stuff like she was doing before. But if you're going to call in, we need you to come correct. We need you to make sure your audio's on point. You can't be just, doing all move. It's too much moving. I'm getting motion sickness. Okay. I need to take one of those like car sickness. What's those things you take? It's like a motion sickness pill. I need one of those because it was too much. So let's move on to Christy. So Christy was there during most of the live. Now Christy's she's a badass. Like she behind, Christy Denver, she was like, I would love for Jen to come at me because me and my fake name and no face on the internet. You know what, guys? I can find you in 72 hours. I can do that. And I'm like, what is Christy? And 72 hours actually isn't that quick. You can be gone in Puerto Vallarta.
That's 3 days, girl.
That's 3 days.
You're giving me that much time?
That is... Yes, drama mean Jamal. Thank you guys. You guys always save me in the chat when I'm just like, what? So Christy is just like, dare she come at me. come get some. Like she bucked up, even though we couldn't see her. She was just like, I felt like
you
she
could
was
tell she was doing it. Yeah.
She was, her areolas were like boom, like she was popping. She was coming, and I was just like, damn, Christy wanted to fight. Christy was like, I am here, and I'm gonna drink all your beer, and then I'm gonna pee on you. Like she, I don't know, she was
here for the smoke. She brought the smoke. Okay, did she have something to say about LaVon?
You know what? I don't remember Christy. I just remember Heather.
What is this gay men thing promoting all this violence against women? And it just frustrates me, you know, because you won't see none of this stuff with any other people. He has so much to say about Sharrell. Perry doing whole videos, but you ain't saying nothing. Okay, the wife Jen doing all this stuff, but you ain't saying nothing to her husband. And it just frustrates me. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. And now you got all these women fighting against women. Now, I was raised in a matriarch family, so, you know, maybe a little bit biased. But, you know, I stand women in the strength that they have. And here this man is in his hotel room, allegedly, or something, maybe not, old peas, because I heard that the girls eat peas, promoting this violence against women. And now you got other women, and who knows what WWE show Heather's on, coming up in here, talking about being there, but it's just so tacky. Y'all deserve more. And now y'all getting little girls involved. The girl hasn't even, and it's a new age.
Grown man's battles. If they can figure out how to make lasagna in a motel, they can get themselves out of this drama. I have never.
Apparently not. You're not even fighting the right battles, because when he's battling, y'all haven't hit or attacked yet. Y'all need to actually fight that.
Mm-hmm.
Get the girl to it. Ugh.
Get some help.
This is dirty.
It's dirty. And but Wendy can get you in 72 hours. She's like, it's the IP address, baby. You don't even know about this life.
Yeah,
it's the
give
IP
me
address.
1 week, and I'll put the, I know exactly what laptop you're using. It's an HP.
Oh.
Yeah. Give me 1 month, and I promise you I'll be able to figure out what street they possibly live on.
Gave me DMX vibes. She was like, she was just like, she was ready for a dog fight, Christy. I don't know, but I want to know more about Christy. She's like, I don't put my name online. I don't put nothing online. I'm blonde. My name is Christy Denver. You don't want none of this. And I hope Christy don't drag me.
She's not sure because, well, girl, it'll take a long time. We'll be hip to it by the time she finally gets a chance to even touch you. The way the waiting period she has, girl, 3 days. 3 days. I'm
3 days.
Sure boy was in the chat like, I know exactly where she lives.
You think you're scaring Jen with 3 days? Oh, Jen, she ain't even scared of no dog shit. Like she will let that shit pile
all over the place. You think you're gonna scare me? And I just know Yahoo Boys or somewhere's like. Christy Lopez, she lives in 1423 imaginary name. Oh, she's a doctor. She's about to give her 3 days.
If you guys know Christy's story, how she knows John, how they're friends, what kind of hag she is, let me know. Because I want to know how this friendship started. Because she's a ride or die. She was ready. And I
think she's just a die. I think she's like, look, kill me first. I'm here for y'all. Okay, I'm ready to die. I'm ready to take all of this.
Fat Phil says, has All About the Tea quietly backed out of the drama? I think so. I don't think Monica ever really wanted any of the drama. She seemed pretty sane to me. I know a lot of people say they have issues with her. I think she seems pretty sane. I never
removed her from any of it. I actually, after the first video, I don't remember her being a part of or digging into it.
Yeah, it looks like she's doing, she does. It's interesting. Her and Sharrell do go live at the same time, which I find interesting because I'll see them both live. And I'm like, I wonder how that came about. But she still is Monica seems to be doing lives with like DJ Richie Sky and other people. All I can ever remember is DJ Richie Sky because he's pretty. But some other people.
He's attractive. Now it takes a minute to get into the tea, but the boy is attractive. Yeah, I'll let him touch me.
I like his style. Yeah. But yeah, she seems to just be doing her thing. I don't know. I haven't seen her involved. It's mostly people with just like ill-placed buns on their head. Just like white chicks who are like, I couldn't find a light. My mic doesn't work. I fix my hair. And you're just.
No, John, you're absolutely, sorry, John. But no, you're absolutely right. No, I'm with you the whole entire time.
Yeah. So, props to Monica. Stay out of this, Monica. I think they started to dox her and who she allegedly might be. I don't want any part of that. No, just leave Monica alone.
You know what I will say, and I know we're lighthearted, we're fun, and the girls love us, but I am actually shocked that they have really kept us out of this. First of all, we were never in it. We're just covering what we see. Somebody's got to be the person in the outlines. First and 10. Somebody has to say what's going on in the game.
Nobody wants to get comedians involved because comedians were used to being roasted. They know that our job is just to entertain and stuff. A comedian's got a smart ass mouth. We got daggers for tongues. You don't want to go toe to toe with comedians.
Oh, because I'll be ready to do another video so fast.
You just don't want to. And you have the advantage because I literally get paid to be on a stage and have people yell shit at me, and I got no time to react. I can't hide in the motel kitchen. I can't run off to my poop den basement. There's nowhere I can go.
Hey guys, me, not me.
I've had to deal with, drunk dudes yelling shit at me for 12 years. So this isn't scary. I don't want to sound too Christy because Christy's like, I'm not scared of nothing. She sounded like my little niece. One time my niece Lucy said the funniest thing to me. She was telling me, and my husband Shell, my husband, she was like, I ain't scared of nothing except for spiders. And I was like, yes, Lucy. Yes, me too.
Well, hang in there, girl. Oh, wait, is that a... Oh, I love that though. You know what? I'm gonna use that. Christy, you helped me get through this moment. I'm not scared of nothing but spiders either.
Mm-hmm. Nobody is. Okay, so sounds like the battle for the new top hag since the spot is open. Are they competing? My daughter got doxxed. I can find you in 72 hours. Well, it's crazy. So
yes, please put your votes in. You have 72 hours to vote. Who's the top hag? And then next week we'll know who the top hag is.
We could probably even find out today. Who do you guys think is the top hag now that Jen has been dethroned and she is not
taken out?
Now, John Yates has said in this live, he said this is the last live he'll be doing about this. He's getting back to 90 Day. He is over it. He is moving on. He is, like you said, candy burst, fly above. And because he's terrified, he said, because these women have said they will not stop. They will not stop until everyone from his 7th grade art class knows. Somehow these people are blackmailing, saying if you don't tell John Yates to shut it, 7th grade classmate, then I will. They're finding out information about people. I mean, I don't know what's happening, but it's crazy.
They're calling the right ones because I would be like, I ain't like him either. Girl, what do I got to do to get involved with this? I had no idea. Call me there's a couple of people from 7th grade. Call me up, okay, if you see me in the class photo. Oh, really? Thank God somebody's finally doing it, girl. How do I participate? Okay, call me up.
I had a comedian I worked with do that when we performed shows in my hometown. He had like a gambling issue and stuff at the time. And so I had a lot of people from my high school that I haven't talked to, like honestly, since high school, went to one of our shows. And then afterwards, he hit them up in the DMs on Facebook being like, hey, under the guise of like, you kind of know Joleen and trust her. I need some money. And I was like, oh, hell no. I called him out. I didn't talk to him for years until he apologized to me. Because I was like, do not come for my friends and my family and people I know looking for money for your gambling problem. Like, we all got problems, but I don't have time for that. So it kind of feels similar to
I just really want to understand gambling addictions because chances really scare me. Like they turn me off. I need a nap after I push the button. On a slot machine, I need a nap because I've gotten so stressed about whether or not I should push the button again. And this is no fun. Like this is no. And then I get so upset and I just need a nap. So I want to know what the high is. Yeah,
you're not going to gamble. Yeah. I'll be honest. I like a slot machine. I'm not above sitting at a slot machine with my Nana in Laughlin, Nevada, where the dreams die.
My grandma and my mom loves it. And I love Las Vegas. And I love the lights, the colors. Maybe it's just a little kid in me. It's like, oh, yes, Real Housewives slot machine. You know, I'm going right up to it. And I put it in. This is like, that's like stupid.
You're like my husband. He'll literally bring a book. If like we go to the casino like a few times a year, he'll bring a book, and it's usually like when my mom's in town, and then me and my mom will go play at a dumb slot machine. We'll hopefully get the bonus, you know, and then my husband will literally sit in the coffee shop with a book and read or draw people. That's like
I bring at least
He's
I would say
gorgeous.
at least $100. And then after that's done, because my mom, she's like, oh no, you're supposed to pay, Tabasco something or Wolf something. And those are the games you play. And it's like, yeah, but this one says it has links on it. Like, she's like, no, it's new. It's like, yeah, but look at the colors and
That
look how
sounds
big
like
the screen
Nana.
is.
Yeah, Nana's like, that one's not hitting. Get on a progressive. That's too new. That's too this. It totally sounds like Nana. Old man Bill is killing me. Cody is the top hag. I think Cody has graduated to top hag now.
I worked my way up to this.
So a lot of you, I think, are saying in the chat that you feel like Monica might have set some of this up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My whole thing was I hated to see Sharrell and Monica, two women going after their dreams and things like that, fight over this crap, I guess. Like it felt like, why are these two ladies fighting with this dude in the middle? Do you know what I mean? And maybe there was a setup. I don't know. I haven't done, the research on Monica, but she didn't seem awful to me, just what I knew. And I just want the women to like me and Busy were saying, all these ladies doing the dirty work for these dudes. Like what's the deal?
Don't do it. And y'all can't they're both gay and allegedly on ibuprofen. So go where you're celebrated and you can possibly get an orgasm. And I don't think that they'll do it for you guys.
Buy a vibrator, hags. Just get a vibrator and go help yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, get a bullet.
There are better things you can do in this life than to protect men that can protect themselves.
Yeah, get some lip theme. Try all the different shades and the different colors. I remember I was dating this girl. Once she got in love with makeup and lipsticks and liners, she would stay in the bathroom for hours, and it was never about me anymore. She now was trying cat eyes, and I was just like, come to bed. And she's like, but do you see this?
Like, I feel like if these people knew about orgasms, they wouldn't be online this much about this. You know what I mean?
Amen. And I don't know the way Heather sound. I don't know if anyone's been back there in the wild talking about spiders.
That's why she was happy about the husband getting the winning thing, because she's like, now I'm your Cardinals quarterback tonight, baby. And he's like, yeah. Okay, we're getting too far. And Busy did turn down sex to go into further.
I did. Unfortunately, I did.
It happens, but I'm just saying, get the lady bits, like stimulate the lady bits, ladies. Do something nice for yourself. Go buy yourself something nice, sweethearts. Don't give to Super Chat. Buy yourself something nice.
Get some Lipesteam.
Lipesteam.com.
Get different shades and then try them on. See what you like. And then talk to yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? You deserve.
Yes, you deserve. You deserve this. Let's see. I think Monica did not set it up. She was in the wrong place at the wrong time. John set them both up. But you know what? I kind of think that's true too. I do. I tend to err on the side of these dudes. They're getting all these ladies involved. And maybe that's sexist of me, but I can't help it. I love a lady. And when I see two powerful women, I'm like, what are you wasting your time fighting for about this?
Right.
Stupid.
And does he know this? Is he actually competent enough or sane in right mind to know what you're doing for him?
All right. So this live goes on for 3 hours. Now we're at 2 hours and we're covering all these lives. So
and we have another live.
They're live. Yeah, we have another live tonight, Potomac, that we're covering. So you can join us on that. But to kind of wrap up this live, we go on to, Heather drops off. She takes a walk with her husband. She comes back. I took a walk with my husband. We're like, good for you, Heather. I know way too much about her marriage. I didn't need to know. Let's see. Christy, at one point, John's like, can you entertain Christy? And then she just sits quietly. And he says, can you entertain?
She did not entertain us. So that was the moment when I did get in bed. And I was like, this is horrible. Because I really wanted to watch what was going on, but I was like, well, the least I can do is come to bed if we're not gonna, get it on. And I was like, oh, I'm missing so much. So, and my partner does not like noise, and like he's a very light sleeper, and I come from a very like heavy sleeping family. So if I sneeze, he's like, wait, what happened? Oh, go, so. And just after sitting there for like 40 minutes. I got up and I came back into my office, and when I turned it on, just the girl was there by herself.
Yes. I mean, it was. So then
What was
John
going on? So he just left her?
Well, he was looking for, so he had this audio. I think this might have been the moment. He had this audio from when he went to, or when he was at Jen's house and he was leaving and Cody stayed because allegedly Cody is, DV. That's what Jen's alleging, all this DV. Cody and John say not true. I don't know. I don't even want to get into that. So he had said he had audio on his phone of when he was leaving, when he showed up with Beth's daughter. Remember Beth from 90 Day, her teenage daughter. And he's like, I was not drunk. And Beth says I was not drunk. And I was in. He talked a lot these last couple lives about his Mustang convertible. You guys know I got a Mustang. I got a Mustang convertible. Do you guys know about a Mustang convertible? Like, all right. He goes, the trunk is non-existent. The back seat's non-existent. I couldn't have taken any of my stuff. So he's like, I have audio. It's always, I have this, I've got I got all this stuff, but we never really see. He's like, I got such good proof. So he, again, honey, just upload it. Don't talk to us about it, John, until you get it uploaded. There's an app called InShot. You can take your audio, put it in there through video, and then you can upload it right here on StreamYard. We're just a couple Google searches, a couple YouTube tutorials. We can get you there. I need you.
No, don't show up. Don't show up, John. They don't need to see it. You don't need to prove anything to them.
So he sat there with his and people are like, can you asking in the chat? Well, first of all, I believe this is when Heather was still on and she's making way too much noise. She was eating Ruffles have ridges. I don't know. It was too much. I was like, Heather, put her on mute. John had been putting her on mute because he was catching on. He's holding it. People are like, can you put the phone up to the speaker? So, and all we hear is because it's in his pocket. So it's audio from in his pocket. And he's like, no, there's a part coming where Jen, this is going to break the case. This is, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. I got the doesn't fit, you must acquit moment coming up. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I don't want to fast forward because I miss it, And so I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And it never, people are, and we'll upload it later. Is it uploaded? I don't know. I feel like I put a lot of time and waited for this audio of him yelling or her yelling, allegedly Jen yelling at him. So we had that whole situation. And then he had asked Christy, can you entertain the folks while I look up something? Then there was a portion where John thought he had taken himself out of the chat. Now, here's what I don't understand. When you're in StreamYard, I can see, like right now, I'm going to take myself out of the chat. You guys.
I'm by myself.
And then I come back. Yeah. So I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like this is, so John goes, I'll be right back. And then he's like this. He didn't go nowhere. He's still there. So Cody's kind of talking. And then at one point he realizes he's still live and he did not take himself out of the chat. And he goes, Cody, we're live. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. And I'm thinking, oh, Lordy. And Christy, you could have told him. You could have said, sir, you're still here.
You're still here.
Muted. It wasn't anything.
Not a commercial break, girl. The advertisement isn't running.
You're just like, and I'm like, you can see. I'll do it again. Ready? Bye. And hi again. I'm helping. I want your lives to be even better for the people, for the girls, as Busy would say.
Yeah, but they're better like that, though.
It is kind of better as a mess. Yeah.
You guys, hold on. I'll be right back. I was getting tired of those girls.
Yeah. When are these tags gonna Venmo me my friend? Oh, God, it's like I have to pretend to like all these ugly white ladies. God. You see that Joleen bitch? Oh my God, get a life. God. Oh, we're live? Shit. I'm sad. But it just, scary stuff. They went into the accusations that Home Depot Jen gave that she had to buy Cody all new clothes because John left him with nothing. I will get revenge for Cody not having underpants. And really, John and Cody are alleging that's not true. She too raised money for Cody to get t-shirts and raised like $300. But according to John and Cody, she used that money given to her by friends and people to buy her son a bunch of shit and only bought Cody a thing of socks and maybe tried to get Cody to purchase some neon briefs.
Ooh, no, that's hot.
And there was allegations that she had climbed into bed with Cody while he was staying there and maybe tried to get some love in the club.
She tried to rape me. That bitch tried to rape me.
She was like, I want to make love in this basement, poop, in this basement, poop, in this basement.
No.
It was too much. It was a lot of things getting thrown out. I think around hour 3, it was like, holy buckets. So then they made lasagna and they showed us their kitchen.
I want lasagna now. Is that weird?
No, because lasagna is delicious, but not motel lasagna. Motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. That's not where you have lasagna. You have it.
I think they made it in there, but I don't know. Wait, you think they made it from scratch in there?
No, I think they
There's
bought
so
like
many layers. I don't
Yeah.
even think they like. It was
Well,
like
they
they
have
couldn't even make stoppers.
a little kit. Yeah, they had to heat up like a stove first. They do have an oven. So John showed us, because then there were still people calling out the fact that they're in a motel. And John's like, he basically gave the Trump reason for why Trump didn't pay his taxes. So
Yeah.
when people are like, you pay your taxes, when people are like, why do you live in a motel? He's like, because I'm smart. That's why. When Trump was like, I don't pay my taxes because I'm smart. He pulled the, because I'm smart, why I live in this motel. Here's the deal, you guys. Even though we've looked up this motel and it's shady. It's Shady Pines, but they like it and they have every right to like it. There's a pool. They got cameras. So if you're coming for them, Perry, they're going to see it. That's what they were saying, and they get, what else did they say? Oh, there's a little kitchen. They went from saying sometimes they pay $2,000 a month for it, and sometimes they pay $1,000, and they're blocks away from the ocean. And they said they can smoke a carton in there and then open the window, just kind of, what do you call it when people would, they hotbox it all day. And then at night they open it, let all that smoke out to hear the beautiful ocean waves and let their lungs repair themselves. But they were saying they're that close to the ocean and the boardwalk in Jersey, on the Jersey Shore. So where else could they get that and have a pool, parking? Oh, they got free Wi-Fi. They got cable. You guys, it's a pretty damn good deal coming from LA.
Well, you know what? First of all, I don't know if people hotbox with cigarettes. I've never smoked cigarettes, so I wouldn't know. But I thought that you hotbox marijuana. Secondly, I'm secondhand smoking. This isn't fun. Secondly, you got to give it to the girls. They don't have children, so it's not that they have to look at a legacy that they're leaving behind, and they may possibly, croak soon. So I want to live by the ocean. I have free parking. I got to give it to the girls. Like I got to give it to them.
Also, John said they are smart for living in this motel because not only are they by the ocean, they got a pool, they got free Wi-Fi, they got the cable, but they're saving up for a really, really great place. Really, really great. It's going to be really, really great. It's going to be so great. And wait till you see how great it is, because it's the greatest thing you've ever graded.
I'll wait and see.
Yeah.
They have the money.
Up. All your super chats are going to this great place. So they're,
You think they can get a loan?
I'm not sure about their backgrounds with that. It was talked about Cody's warrant. Allegedly, there was a warrant at one time for Cody, and then he brought it up. It's so much that I was like, oh God. I mean, I just looked at Cody and was like, he's got a warrant. I mean, I could probably, do you know what I mean? Like, then that's a little shade, but it's just like, he's probably had a warrant. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And it could be for unpaid parking tickets. It could be for, really dumb shit. But some people have a face of a warrant. You just do. And Cody, unfortunately, is one of those dudes. He can be very childlike and fun and make hotel lasagna at 3 a.m. and be excited about popcorn and movies in the motel, but he also could have a warrant. You know what I'm saying? So
in whatever state, it's not New Jersey though, because they don't look like they're running from anyone in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So they have I feel like all the crimes they have done are in other states, and then they realize we need to leave here.
Makes sense. Florida, where all the warrants happen. You know what I mean? If you're
but that's unfair. I feel like you're born with the warrant in Florida. It's just a crazy place.
You get it in the womb. You get a warrant in the womb.
How dare you? You're supposed to be upside down. We're giving your child a warrant. Now we have to give you a cesarean. Like, this is too much.
Now, speaking of warrants, busy. So this live went on, and again, it was they dragged Sharrell. They made sure to drag Sharrell again, like I said, and I really haven't heard her talking about them. And it's just John feeling guilty about his friend being doxxed, and they're he can't live with this guilt. But now he's on the page of like, I put my stuff out there for you guys to call in and call me out, and none of you did. None of you did.
Mad.
He was so mad. He was big mad. He was so mad.
But LaVon did.
LaVon did, and you hung up on him.
You gave us an example of how you're going to treat the people who are calling in. So no, girl, I'm not. Why would I?
No. It doesn't make any sense. But speaking of the warrants, I went back and caught the full video. So the Leslie Bass channel, the one that we talked about that got dinged by John allegedly for copyright for playing, I believe, audio from I think it was audio when he went to the police station. So have you seen that video, Busy, of where he and Cody walk down the boardwalk that they love so much? They walk the boardwalk every day, you guys. If one thing, John Yates and Cody, health conscious. Do you know what I mean? Get them steps in. My Fitbit is lacking. I need to remember when you had a Fitbit and you could pair up with people and challenge each other to steps? Can you get me John Yates and Cody's Fitbit names?
Oh, so it's the words. Well, my mom, she's a nurse, and I paired up with her, and then I realized, oh, this is boring. Your own's gonna win because she's a nurse and she's walking up and down constantly.
Well, and when
I don't need Cody and John's thing, they're gonna win.
When you do those competitions, you do have cheaters, because I would do those competitions with friends, and if you go like this, that's steps. Because let's see, I have my heart is going now. Yeah, I have more steps. So technically, I had, let's see, you could just move your feet like this, in place, and I went up in steps to 3. Okay, I had 3,880. Now I have 3,885. Okay, so yeah, but anyways, they're helping.
You could have walked.
They're walking. They're talking. John's live, Instagram. You guys got to actually, I'm not saying you have to follow them, but these are where people are finding. But a lot of YouTube channels are reposting the live, so that's kind of fun. The Instagram lives, and I've caught them on YouTube. So he's live while they're walking to report Sharrell's World. And this is when Perry, this is when we had the very dramatic, I don't know if you want to reenact it, Busy, when they're like, they're here. They found us. We got to go. We got to go. Cody. And Cody's like, I want to eat popcorn. I want to scream. Yeah. Sean.
You're not done yet.
I don't want to sit on that chair again. It's so uncomfortable. Sean.
That's heavy. You got to help me every time. Oh, I can't lift it.
John, husbands, am I right? Cody makes it appear like what he's going through is normal every day. Like other husbands and other wives are like, yep. But all of us are like, no, Codester, that's not, I'm never like, damn Chell again in another internet drama with someone, and we got to run from the suspected murderers after us. Husbands, dear, am I right? What are you going to do with them? Life after lockup, love after lockup. It's just like, that's not normal. It's not normal behavior. I know there's no such thing as normal, but it's not healthy behavior. So they're walking to the police station and, just getting the steps in, like I said. And he's like, I'm going to hide the phone in my pocket. And then my favorite part of the video was he puts the phone in his pocket, and they're walking in the police door, and Cody goes, I don't have my mask. Where's my mask? I forgot my mask. I don't have a mask. Where's my mask? And John goes, it's on your face. And I was like, oh, that's so Cody. That's so Raven. That's so Codester. So Cody's like, oh my God, duh. Okay. So then they go in and they're like,
wait a second, for real? So I have the video. I didn't watch it.
You have to watch it. Everyone, this should be must-see TV, like Friends was in the 90s. This should be must-see TV. Every child must watch this and be like, this is what could happen to you. Do you know how they used to come
about, like, this is your brain on drugs, okay?
Yeah, and allegedly. But remember when the DARE program would come to school, Officer Kavalowski scared the shit out of me. He was like, if you do LSD, you're gonna think you can fly. I've seen someone jump from a building and then they died and they splattered all over the ground. And I was like, okay, write that down like Sharrell told me to. No, Amber, no LSD. And then he was like, PCP. And I was like, what's that? I was in 5th grade. And he's like, PCP, you chew off your fingertips. Sure, you'll have fun for an hour, but then you'll eat your own fingers. I was like, no, PCP. So I feel like this should be required watching for children. Just like
apparently, I think John and Cody was like, are you daring me? Oh, because I'll do it. Are you daring me? Because I'll do it. I'll eat my fingertips right now. I promise you I will.
So they go in to the police station and they're like, excuse me, everybody stop what you're doing. Because I'm about to like, they were just like, okay, stop, collaborate and listen. Cody's back with a brand new allegation against someone in Las Vegas, Sharrell and Perry. And sure enough, they ran into the cop. The cop that they talked to that night was there. So they must have put him in a room or something. So the phone's still recording. It's still on Instagram Live. It's in his pocket. And they're thinking, we're so slick. Sharrell's going down. We are going to take all her wigs. It is done. It's done. So the cop comes in and was like, hey, guys. They're like, hey, do you remember us? And Cody has a way of being, he's not good at playing the innocent card. Do you know what I mean? Like he's doing too much. He's like,
kid.
We were just trying.
I don't know who ate all the pie.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, you're coming off pretty guilty, even though I don't even know if you did anything, but I want to convict you, So the cop comes in and he's like, yeah, I remember you guys. And they're like, John's like, I'm a blogger from the interwebs and people they're watching us and you remember, and they were coming after our car and they're sending people after us. And then Cody's like, yeah, he just tag teams everything he says. And, then the police officer goes, all right. He listens to them for a little bit and he goes, all right, listen. I got to ask you guys something. And they're like, what? They're thinking so this is good shit. And I'm thinking, abort, turn the phone off. Because when a cop says, let me ask you something, it's never good. Never like, is this $1,000 yours? Is this your crap? Did you drop it? I want to make sure it gets back to its owner. It's never good. If a cop says, let me ask you something, bad stuff's coming. So then they say, yeah, totally. And he goes, is this for real? Are you guys for real? Now I'm paraphrasing, but the cop is basically questioning the validity of their claim, their charges. He was like, because I watched the live and you guys lied during the live. And I'm thinking, abort, hit end on the phone. I would be punching my thigh where my.
What do you mean? We lied on that.
That's when they needed Heather and her bad audio to come in. I can't hear you. So the cop is like, I watched it and you guys said that I read all the comments and I didn't. Remember that Cody? He played it up too much.
Yes. He's reading all the comments. He's writing down all your information.
He read it all. He knows they said they'll find you guys' comments and we were like, there are no police officers. You can't even get a cop to come by if your kid's missing. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they do not care about your IP address. Okay. So, and they were like, no, we said, so they're trying to overtalk the cop. And the cop's like, no, I watched the live. You guys talked about my watermelon mask. What? Like, oh my gosh, the cop did watch the live and he did not like that you brought up his watermelon mask.
You know what? Now I don't feel as bad because, we have the law watching these videos with us. And sir, with the watermelon mask, if you're watching these videos too, hey, thank you so much for your service.
This cop he put them in their place. This is the only time in 2020 I've been like, police. Do you know what I mean?
Amen. Okay.
Like, this is the kind of law enforcement we need. Okay. So basically, I don't remember exactly how it ended, but then everyone in the comments on the Instagram Live's like, oh, you lied. You're lying. This cop, I mean, there's two sides and somewhere in between is the truth. So
his pocket, that's where it was. It was right there in his pocket.
Right.
His pocket was the in between.
Yeah. So the officer knew about the watermelon mask comments, watched enough to hear them talk about it and to call them out and say, you guys lied about me reading these comments. I did not come in. We did not. And Cody's like, yeah, but we showed you. He's like, no. You can fast talk all you want. You can cook that lasagna at 400 for 3 hours at 3 a.m. But this one you can't get out of, my friend. Okay. You can wear all the lifeguard hoodies and the security t-shirts, but you can't get out of this.
I see right through you.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. Thank you, Goldie. Thank you. Yeah, New Jersey cops watched the live. It's crazy.
It makes sense though for them to do that.
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry, I'm a New Yorker.
a very Jersey thing to do. So it just was so cuckoo watching that and then watching their lives. And it just goes to prove like somewhere in the middle lies the truth. You know, people, you can be hardcore team this, hardcore team that, but neither of those are the true truths. It's somewhere here.
Where Joleen should have felt the first time.
So it ends with their most recent live ended with, you know, John's not going to talk about this anymore. You know, they're going to eat that lasagna. Cody can't wait. He's so excited. Here's our kitchen. It's, you know, so cute. And do you have anything else to add? Christy never did. She just wanted to talk about how I dare you to come at me. I dare you. I dare you. You want some of this? Like,
you want some of this? Take a piece. Yes.
It was a lot. That live was epic. Yes, you can't make this stuff up. No, Maher says that all the time. The live was epic, and he still tried to backtrack on it and pretend he didn't get called a liar. You did get called a liar. The cop called you out. So, yeah, and like we heard about the Leslie Bass strike. We've heard about all this stuff. It just, I don't think this is probably going to be the last time John talks about this.
I really hope not.
Realification is in the chat saying, my son is a lieutenant. I think that's what Ellie, right? Sure. He said that he would have arrested them for POTP, pissing off the police. They will find something.
Oh, no, I hope that's not a thing. That's why they always arrest black people.
Yeah, but we want them to start arresting these crazy white dudes.
Yeah, but for something like drugs, alleged drugs, acting a little strange. No, let me not say that because then they'll arrest me again, too. Oh, well, I can't ever get out of this.
John and them are essentially calling the police on Perry, knowing the current climate of the United States. So, I mean,
thank God though, because they're calling him in New Jersey.
Yeah, and they're like,
we'll go find some. The police don't like black people, but I don't think it's to that extent where they're going to go into other states.
Yeah,
no, law enforcement.
Sorry, Real.
You'd have to correct us. It sounded good when she said it.
No, Real's good.
You. Oh, no, LT is lieutenant.
Lieutenant, yeah. I don't know. I say we, but I'm the one that said it, not Busy. Busy knows. Busy is smarter than I. Let's see. Cody, better hope they're sending that live to law enforcement in Florida. Or better hope they aren't sending it. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I mean, a false call. I don't know why there are fines for that. And what we've noticed this year, especially in 2020, that more of these like white ladies who are calling the police need to be fined so that they don't do this. There needs to be some kind of repercussions and some kind of.
I don't know if it was a false claim though. He couldn't prove a false claim. He could prove that I didn't do that stuff that you said on the live. So I don't know how much of what you're saying to me is the truth. But I don't know if he had a false claim yet.
That's true.
I mean, we know it's false.
We do. But ultimately, John, and, you know, with all this going on, if it's truly bugging you and you truly do want to protect your friends from being doxxed by the people that used to dox on your behalf, which is very strange, being Jen from Home Depot and other hags that worked for you in these ways, then you should probably just be offline for a long period of time. And that's the only way to truly combat it at this point. You going on live and constantly on Instagram to YouTube to this, to that, to the other thing, and calling women the see you next Tuesdays and fat. And, you know, here's the thing. John is saying it's bullying and people are doxing and all that. And suicide is serious, when I've seen him now on multiple occasions say, go kill yourself to people that do not agree with him in his lives. He will say that. He will say, suck a dick, which let me tell you something about the suck a dick. What about you are totally discriminating against people who like sucking a dick? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. First of all, what's the insult here?
And that's why there's such a stigma against S and the D. That's why dudes, a lot of like heterosexual males in marriages, like, I never get my D asked. Well, it's because people are throwing it as a threat. Like, the worst thing.
No, I don't want to, because someone told me to do it today.
Yeah. Why don't you go S a D? That's so disgusting. And it just seems weird that he tells people to suck a dick, and he tells people that they should go die. So listen,
the one with the knife.
yes, this isn't thrown upon you. This isn't something that I know everyone wants to play the victim, from Jen to Home Depot to John to everybody, but you've played a freaking role in this and why you're here today. Some self-awareness would be helpful. You cannot tell people to go kill themselves and then go, why you guys aren't having sympathy for me? It's really hard to believe what you're saying. It's too messy. It's too messy.
And I will go do that right now. How dare you threaten me with a good time?
Busy's going to S a D, and I'm going to say I'm going to S a D. Okay?
Yeah, sloppier than you've ever seen. I promise you right now. How dare you, dog? Don't you ever challenge me.
And I'm going to do what all of us heterosexual women do. We offer up the S and the D for some kind of present or thing that we want, or something that we want to happen. It's a transactional, it's prostitution within marriage. It is, very, it's legal. Do you know what I mean? Because it's under God. Amen.
I say it's under a lot of things, and I say do it. Have fun.
Oh, okay. So people are saying that John's going live at 8. Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I hope that it's good. So then, me and Busy will come back for some more.
Well, we'll already be here.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to be live, you guys, talking about Potomac. So we are coming back in, let's see, Busy. Oh, God.
I know.
No time at all. Wait, are we going at 4:30? Or 5:30?
I don't know, because mine says 7 here.
Oh, shit. Were we supposed to be live on something else right now?
No, 7:30.
Okay, good. All right. Well, no, not good. Then we got 15 minutes. All right.
Yeah.
We might push it back a little bit. We might push it back a little bit.
I was like trying to nibble up.
We got it. We're probably going to push back our Potomac review of the latest Potomac episode to maybe like 30 minutes or so. Right, Busy?
Yeah, we could do like 8.
I'll update it to 8 Eastern. All right. You guys, thank you for joining BusyBlu. It's always a pleasure. I hope you guys enjoyed this, our latest afternoon tea breakdown.
Someone said, oh, wait. I thought you froze. I was like, don't leave, they got you. Someone said, oh my God, this live's 2 hours. I can't believe it. They commented again. Oh, this is really a fun time. Girl, just watch the video or hush. Okay?
It's fun.
Comment throughout, though.
Listen,
comment throughout.
We get it. Just like John Yates gets being entertaining, the team Avengers needs to learn the entertainment. We get how to make people laugh. And it might not be your cup of tea, but we're trying to add some entertainment to this.
It is, but we have several kinds. Sorry, this one wasn't the tea that you were asking for. The girl just started. What are you looking for? We have all different types of teas. We have all different types of teas.
We have all different. Disco Fiesta, we are going to let you ladies change your poise pads. If you have peed yourself from watching us, we will let you get in that bathroom, change that poise pad. Don't get a UTI. Stay UTI
Please
free.
don't. Yes.
And there we go. So we will be back for Potomac tonight at 8 Eastern. BusyBlu, shout out. Follow Busy on all the social media at BusyBlu on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me at Joleen Lunzer on Instagram, at JoleenBB22 on Twitter. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to BusyBlu. Let's get BusyBlu to 5K.
Thank you guys. I'm already up to 3, and I promise I'm going to do a video about being up to 3 because someone reminded me.
He's got a new podcast that drops every Monday. He's doing Love After Lockup breakdowns. You don't want to miss this. My goal is to get to 15K is my next goal. So share me in your little group. There. Share me.
Follow us.
Yeah. Katie Not Holmes, who I was just informed who this is. Tell your people to follow, to sub.
Follow us. Come on, bring the army. Bring the hag army. Okay.
Yes. All right, you guys. We will talk.
We have a new intro, but the dancing part is still the same at the end, right?
Oh, no, we don't have a new intro for Potomac. It's the same one.
No, for this one.
Yes, it's still the same. We still have the same outro, so have no worries. I'm just trying to.
Are you guys dancing with me? Because as soon as she pushes it, as soon as we say goodbye, I go ham. And you better be doing this too at home.
We're going ham. Bye, guys.
This ain't over.